Perfect little baby man.
My sweet man.
My sweet man. He could do nothing wrong in his life ever.
Hello.
I'm so happy.
Sorry you weren't first today, Pat. Amanda and Patrick Fraley had you way early.
Ooh. There it is.
Thanks so much for you guys, man, hanging with us all day yesterday. A nice long one shot, and then today jumping in. It's gonna be fun. One of my favorite player groups. Love these Tears of Aihrde players.
We can't help
They
it.
are a blast.
We're just so lovely.
Try our best.
It's such a delight to be around.
Mods don't count. They're required to be here. Is that right, Pat? So you were first, even though they were first. That doesn't count. Well, Fraley, he's a mod, but he's not an admin. Like he's here because he loves it. Amanda's here because she loves it too. So we'll go live in just a moment. All right, Thomas, what's the deal, bro?
What do you mean?
You're the only one not repping.
Oh, listen.
You have
I
a
didn't
problem?
pick this shirt today.
Your wife dressed you?
Yes.
That's supposed to stop when you're like 12. Your mom does it, and then you take
Nah.
over at that point.
Hey, listen. Sometimes your blue box stuff is in the laundry, and that's fine. That's where my sweatshirt is. So we had to
funny.
improvise.
That's funny. Hello, Eddie. Good to see you, my friend. I don't know, like, I keep kicking around the idea again. It's come up. I wonder if I should do a merch store. I've resisted it because I don't want people to feel like but maybe even if I just did a merch store where I don't rely on everything that we create here, use a Vistaprint or something like that, and then just do a pass-through cost. So there's really no markup.
Yeah.
And if people just want to have the swag and wear it, it takes it off. Like, I'm not talking about our stuff, but like other stuff that we would want to do. Because we get phrases all the time, or people might like to have, maybe they want an Understreet Rats shirt.
Yeah.
Or, or they
We could put more custom stuff up there.
We
Yeah,
just
we could-
need somebody to draw something that I can.
Well, that's the
I'll
one.
come up with a logo.
We have people that will do
I have
that
friends
stuff
I could
for us.
commission too.
Yeah. So I think we definitely have it out there.
Oh, maybe this should be the pin for Blue Box Con.
That would be very cute.
a
little
rat.
Finley
Since we have a
pan.
lot of rats.
Oh,
that
I thought
one
we were
rat-
going to do this one this year.
We
The
had
match.
it last
We did the
year.
match
Oh,
chatter
that's what we
last
did
year.
last
That's
year.
right. You want to do Finley for a pin?
We've had lots of rats. Remember that one drawing that?
Oh, we had Squeaks, and then we had Finley.
Yeah, there's an odd number of rats.
We'll figure out. Maybe that would be a fun thing to do for a poll. All right, let's go ahead and click us off live. 3, 2, and 1.
I was sneezing.
Wait, go ahead. Sneeze first.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
Until you're on cam.
Until
Hello. Welcome, everyone,
Hey.
to Blue Box Tears of Aihrde, and we're so glad you've joined us today. I am with my amazing players, as always. This is session 9
Not
with the
10.
Understreet Rats. With the Understreet Rats, and if you watched last, I think our camera got bumped just a little bit. If you can turn it. Just go ahead and move the whole bit. Oh, yeah, that's good. Perfect. Right there. You got it. You nailed it.
I usually do.
You are so talented.
You know it.
So good.
But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you for joining us yesterday for a fun one-shot. Went almost 4 hours yesterday. That's unusual. And with that level of, like, intensity, that's, like, exhausting by the time you're done. I mean, I'm sure it's tiring just, being engaged and watching it. It's like a 4-hour movie. But, hey, thank you so much. Heart of Adventure.
Weird.
I wonder who that loser is. But we're going to have a good time today, and we're going to talk about a couple of our sponsors, some major announcements. So we're also going to, if I can find it, we're going to have a really cool commercial before the break that we're going to play for one of our sponsors that you might have seen it a long time ago, but you haven't seen it in some time. And so if I can find that, we'll play that for you. Also, I'll mention this a couple times today, but let me pull this up so I have it. The site for our Blue Box Con, which has been up now for a couple of weeks, it is now also live with all of the games and the times and the DMs.
You're gonna wanna get in there.
Yeah, so you need to get in there quickly. The games are going to fill up very fast. Try to register for one game You can also register for a second game on the Sunday because we've not normally had a Sunday. So don't feel bad about registering for a Friday or Saturday game, and then also registering for a Sunday game because we'll be at that game store. We're going to be running 3 or maybe even 4 tables simultaneously at the Game Keep on that Sunday. It's going to be a blast. But you're going to want to make sure you get your table reserved. I'm only DMing once. On stream at the show, so I can allow and make room for others. And my game is already filled with players who have never played with me before. So we wanted to reserve the table this year for people that have wanted to play in one of my games and haven't been able to. But we have all kinds of other cool DMs. We have the amazing Cameron with her first DMing time at Blue Box.
It's gonna be nasty.
We got.
You're gonna hate it.
We have Chandler, who's going to be DMing and is helping us with a really cool thing that we're doing together on Saturday. Hang on here. I think the aspect ratio is messed up on that camera. Let me fix that real quick. There we go.
And definitely didn't just join Cameron's one shot. Definitely not. Definitely did not just do that actively.
And we have, so Kurt, you know him as Kuvenet in our Discord. Great new member of the Blue Box community. Actually lives here pretty close by me. He's going to be DMing. We have Phantom NJ. Rob's going to run a table. Josh, NPC Voices, is going to run a table. Lee is going to run a table. Mike Dublock is going to run a table. Who am I forgetting? Patrick Fraley is going to run a table on that Sunday. He's got a super cool, like 5-level tower. This guy might run a game. I don't know. We'll see.
Who are you forgetting, John?
Who could he possibly?
Yeah, it is going to be a blast. So make sure that you get
Are
your.
we having a painting table?
Oh, we are. We're gonna have 3 painting
okay.
sessions. There'll be a painting session on Friday. There'll be a painting session on Saturday, and there'll be a pop-up at the game store on Sunday. Now, the $5 is the only extra charge that we have at Blue Box Con. Your $10 ticket covers everything. Covers, admission. Any of the tables are covered. Last year, I think we charged like $2 for a table just to do the spots. We kept it all simple this year. $10 flat. Includes your food truck, which is unlimited food truck on Saturday. It's going to be here for 3 hours. It includes, we provide pizza on Friday night and breadsticks. I guess that's been requested. So there will be Little Caesars aplenty on Friday night. And we might have some light snacks and whatnot on Saturday since we will be going late after the food truck. That's all covered in your cost of ticket. The only other cost you will have will be the $5 if you want to be in one of the painting streams that Manda will be doing, and that covers your mini and your brush. So that's all going to be provided to you. On Sunday, if you want to paint on Sunday, we don't have to sign up or pay the $5 for that. It's like a pop-up because you will buy your mini in the game store and your brush, if you want one in the game store, will still provide paints and whatnot, so you don't have to buy a full palette. But it's a way for us to support the store, patronize them, grab a mini. It's going to be a great time. So if you haven't got your ticket for the con yet, you got to get your ticket. They're going quickly now. We're already we're getting a little bit. We can only fit so many people in my house, obviously, and I think we're going to probably cap out around 40. If we can squeeze 50 in this year, we will. But I think it's going to be closer to 40 that we'll be able to squeeze in and get that ticket, and then get your sign-ups for any of the games. So you go on to the link, which I'm sure Amanda's already put in here twice. Thank you very much, Lee, for the raid of 3. Didn't see that earlier. We appreciate that. Good to see you, Lee. One of our DMs. And then grab your table so you're signed up for it. Those tickets, again, are free. Okay, so before we go to what happened last time, let me just make 1 or 2 quick announcements. One, this guy, Greyhawk Mega Stream, Legends. It is coming in super hot, the 17th through the 19th. And at Blue Box, we kick off on Friday. There's a full day of streams. Here's all the streams that are happening on that Friday. Those are all going to be all day long Friday. You see where we've got the 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern. So that's the prime spot on Friday. We're going to get rated into by Troll Lord Games. It is going to be a blast. You say, who do you have playing in that game? I'm so glad you asked.
I did ask, yes.
Yes, I know.
Who do you have playing in the game, John?
All right, so we only have one member of the Blue Box normal playing community playing, but it's our fantastic Vivi, the DM's Quest. Everybody loves Vivi.
Good.
Yes, and she's incredible. She'll be with us. And then we have 4 other folks. So one, we have Matt from Feral Born Trading. Check out Feral Born Trading, their Instagram. Got like 25,000 followers. He's a super cool guy. He's going to be with me on February 22nd, I think it is. So right after this, he's going to be with us for a Lore Masters Arcanum. An avid D&Der and just a cool guy. It's going to be great to have him with us. Then we're also going to have Ashlyn, the Dollar Store DM. And Ashlyn, she was on my LMA. You joined me for that. We had a blast. So cool. She is so cool. Great gamer. She's a DM. She's a role player. She's got a big personality. Also a big Instagram following. She's going to be fan. The reason I'm mentioning the IG followers is that this will help us promote the charity stream. So we have purposefully reached out to people that have bigger influence networks so that they can promote, so that we can then hopefully get more people that will want to give to St. Jude that weekend. And then we have John Demongund, my friend Fuller, who does all the Tailspire coolness. He's going to play and he's going to drive Tailspire for me, so I can just focus on the DMing, which I love. He's going to do that for me on Tuesday night as well. And then John is also in his own right a great role player. If you haven't seen him, he's full. Go ahead.
Some of my favorite moments are from him. He's so good when he played that bard.
Yes, yeah. He's got an attitude. He's super funny. He's just got that quick wit. John is great. You're gonna love him. And then, of course, we have the man of the hour, Richard Baker, the Richard Baker of TSR fame, New York Times best-selling author, the creator of The Sorcerer, of the feat Smite Evil and Rage, Dark Sun lead engineer or designer for 4th edition, written so much of the Forgotten Realms stuff. He is amazing. That cast is all going to be with me that night. You have to cancel everything that night and be on for that. And then all weekend long.
Stop it.
Don't do things.
Instead.
Stop doing things.
Don't have a Cut it out. Enough of that.
And then on Sunday, what are we doing Sunday?
I don't know.
What am I streaming Sunday? Oh, it's going to be these guys. So
you,
yes,
me,
yes, us. So on the Sunday, on the Sunday stream for Legends, we'll do our Tears of Aihrde. Now the only difference is it'll start at 2 that day Central Time instead of 1, so we can fit into the slot in the schedule. Hopefully that's not true.
Oh, it's fine.
Is that awful? Sorry.
Being dramatic.
Dramatic.
But it's going to be a blast, and
This table.
we'll run our campaign live at the con. That's going to be a blast. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on here. Is this all coming together? Wait. The Super Bowl is the week before, right?
Yep.
There is a chance. You guys have been asking. I think one way or another, I can fairly certainly say this. The 19th of February will be when the adult versions of these players appear. It'll be the first time seeing them live on stream in cosplay. We're going to make that happen on the 19th. So that means we have 2 weeks left.
I'm going to throw up. I have so much preparing to do before that. Me too.
Because we have this week. We have this week, we have next week, and then we're off for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? So there'll be a 2-week gap, and then when we come back after the Super Bowl, it'll be the charity stream, cosplay, adult versions of Click, Duke, Mila, and Dahlia. That is going to be a
going on in my
blast.
mind. I just got done playing Kate. I can't keep all this
My hands just
together.
started sweating.
I started sweating. I'm sweating.
Oh
right
no! I just realized that's the day Amanda's not going to be here. I'm so sorry, Amanda. Audio sounds good, but off. All right, Amanda, where is the audio
Might be
off at?
timing.
Is let me double check my audio sync.
I cannot believe
I have to get
No, the sync is
everything
correct.
together. I need to give. I can't cuss, but you know what I'm trying to do.
Is
all your things. All your various and sundry things.
All of my things together.
there, get all your things together.
Yeah.
I gotta get all of
Yes.
them together.
Things. Mom.
Looks like only John. So my.
What?
Oh, is it my audio is off?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everywhere it's off. It's
He says everywhere it's off. Well, hold on.
Well, did nobody hear a thing we said?
Well,
No,
they're
not
hearing.
off. I think,
they're
like,
hearing
timing.
it.
It's-
They're just
Oh.
saying the camera timing.
It was off yesterday too.
It was.
No, only on one, but we fixed it when I rebooted.
Okay.
Do you want me to unplug and replug your cam in?
Well, no, because no, Mila and them are fine. It's just John. Okay, let me shut my camera off
Yeah.
and turn it back on here. I can do it from here.
Classic
One
fix.
second.
can.
It's funny how much tech stuff can just be
Yeah,
fixed.
it's my day to day.
And we'll do a
Sometimes it just gets
physical
around.
shut off and shut on if this doesn't, or shut off and turn on if this doesn't do it.
While I'm just gonna talk about something
Okay.
that's in the Discord.
How about now? Is that better?
The TOA Discord chat that someone.
still
in this
check the
room
wires?
ended
Thank
up
you,
writing
491.
some stuff in it, in case you guys haven't
Living-
seen that.
I didn't
you
read
can check it
anything.
out
Oh, he was living in the future. Yeah.
It's really cool, and it gives you a little insight into.
Am I better now?
Mine
And it's super cool, and you guys should read it.
could be.
I mean, it's
I don't know.
all italicized.
It's all italicized.
Just
feel
inner
like that
thoughts.
was-
It's just inner thoughts.
All right, good. That fixed it. All right.
Separate occasions.
Thank you for letting us
It's
know,
important,
everybody.
and I
We
love
appreciate
it.
that. Hang on
I
here.
was like, I don't
still
have time
think
to
that
talk
one's
about
off
this right now.
just
I'm
a
too
little
engrossed
bit.
in the
Let me fix
story.
How poetic. Two different
There we
spellings
go.
of the same,
All
nearly
right,
the
good.
same word.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I had to look at it.
So
really
mark your
closely.
calendars for all that goodness. And then one last announcement before we jump into what happened last time is this Wednesday after Greyhawk Awakening on Tuesday. We have a big stream Tuesday. We'll be joined by this amazing young lady, Courtney of Figuratively Speaking Minis is going to be with us. And she is awesome. Great mini painter, very sweet personality, great role player. This lady is amazing. And so you're going to really enjoy her on Wednesday. Just a lot going on here at Blue Box. In fact, I mentioned it in my Discord. Today is a Blue Box extravaganza because for our first time we have a double header right after this stream today. As soon as we stop, we will kick back off with Fall of Red Dawn, run by DM Rory. You will get 6 consecutive hours of Blue Box goodness. Order the pizza in. In fact, I would suggest that you contact your cable company and Netflix and ask them for a 1-day proration on your bill because no other entertainment was required today.
You don't need
You're totally
any
right.
other stuff.
You don't
got
need
all
the
of
other
it.
stuff. It's just right here is all you need today. And then after all of that, you can relax and get ready for Tuesday. All right. So let's start with Click. Tell us what happened last time.
Click will tell you what happened last time. All right, well, let me get in character voice.
on.
No.
Give me a second.
Listen, I did some awesome stuff. That's all you really need to know. We're shut up, Duke. Where we began last time, we found ourselves yet again in the streets of Altamira, being flirted with and mocking children. It was great fun.
Yes.
Multiple times tattletaling on other kids to Professor Salmon until we eventually arrived at the front of the guard barracks in the noble quarter of Altamira, where we did some outside sleuthing. We read a newspaper, learned some stuff about things going on in the world. We learned about a man named Tom Swallow, that there were pirates nearby, and a...
No. Okay. So it was not Tom Swallow.
Oh, okay, I missed...
So I may have
Isn't Tom
mispronounced.
Swallow the pirate?
No.
No. Oh,
No.
well, we're all
There was reference.
Steals children at night.
Yes.
in the paper to old Tom Sorrow.
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 Oh,
I wrote
I have swallowed too.
I also have swallowed.
Yeah, so maybe I said swallow. I don't know. We'll have to go back and watch the video.
We all
Amanda-
put swallow.
Amanda could tell me. Yeah, it's old Tom Sorrow. Sorrow.
It happens.
Yeah.
Listen, he's got a lot of names in his head, all right?
That makes a
got
lot.
too many.
That makes a lot more sense when he's stealing children than he's old Tom Sorrow, right?
Well, I was like, is he eating them? Yeah.
So,
That's what I took the name and
you're getting ahead of me, Cameron.
Tom Sorrow. We learned about there were pirates nearby in the waters around Altamira, although Altamira is not a port city.
No, it was to the south in the bay. I gave you the name.
Because there's
There you
a
go,
channel
in the
that
Amber
leads up
Sea.
into a large bay in the middle of the area of
Correct.
Aihrde that we are on. And we also learned that there was a council member seen at the Tickling Feather. Which, who knows? That
Who
sounds
knows
like
what that even is?
it's just they sell bows
They
and arrows.
say
It's a bed and
pillow
bath
feathers.
place.
Yeah,
you know?
bed bath,
really
yeah.
candles.
It's way
ambience.
beyond.
Yeah.
And Click tried to do a little bit of sleuthing of the upper floors, knowing where they would be heading eventually, not getting a good angle because he's short and the building's really big. But eventually we decided to head in after Salmon, convince the guards that the bigger group had been planned the whole time and to just let us in because we're here now. Let's get it done. And we were met with some questionable gazes as we made our way into the mess hall of the barracks. Click trying to set up a plan that we had discussed before entering and were really aware of what was going on. The need to maybe go to the bathroom by getting some water for the group, but not everyone seemed so excited about that, so things kind of fell through. And that, unfortunately, paused us for just long enough for one of the guards to notice Mila, the only person the night that we stole from the Von Poppins who had her face uncovered and got seen by perhaps a street guard running around.
Oops.
And we managed to deftly evade getting caught by him. Duke rolled a nat 20, falling to the ground, screaming in pain.
So good.
After a very slight nudge by this guard. And
Big soccer energy off that fall.
we made our
Bravo!
Very true.
Bravo! Well
We made our
played.
way into the courtyard where Click was shown a crossbow for the first time after his ears picking up on the excited noise of it, and he rolled very well. Hit a pumpkin square in its left jack-o'-lantern eye. And that was fun. Click was trying to play off that maybe he wanted to be a knight one day, just trying to play the ruse, and we continued on further into the barracks where we made our way to a small room with stairs leading up, where Professor Salmon finally made his move to split the group. He took the edgies into one room where he would tour them to the bottom floor of the barracks while we were allowed access to the upper floors to do what we needed to do. So, Duke and Dahlia sat at the top of the stairs, keeping an eye, while Mila and Click made their way further up into the barracks. And Mila put on the waterworks. She
Just didn't cry.
she just cried and cried and cried and made this woman have the worst day of her life.
I'm so sorry.
You did great.
But she bought Click enough time to get into an advantageous position to get over this counter into the back of where they needed to get to, and made her way down the stairs when she realized there was still a guard that Click needed to get past, and so Mila made the noble decision to dive down the stairs. Which worked somewhat. It minorly distracted the guard enough for Click to be able to convince him something was up. He needed to go check out a pebble he threw against a rock or against a wall, and Click leapt onto his back, shoved some medieval chloroform in his face. Probably has some fun alchemical word for it. We'll call it sleep gas. And he took in a nice big breath of it, but still kept fighting for a couple seconds. Threw Click on his back, knocked the air out of him, but then passed out cold on the ground. Click made his way into the office, made his way through the filing cabinets until eventually he found Tormund Beauregard's first letter to the mayor and council, which was read aloud on stream, and
can be found on the Discord.
yes,
That's right. Popped in the Discord this morning. It is pinned in the Tears of Air chat.
he cleaned up his effort to anything he had done in that room and bolted out as the guard was beginning to rouse, and made his way to the bottom of the stairs, gave Salmon a nod and a big smile to let him know that we had succeeded, and that is where we left last time.
Love it.
I have to pass this over because I'll hopefully
Yes,
get
sorry.
it back soon.
This is now the weekly surrender of Finley, who still is in the possession of one Glottimus, the Beggar King.
He's sitting there so nicely.
He loves them.
Promised to be safely returned when they have completed their task. Now, I have
love the rats. Children do love the rats.
we do have. There's some very cool Discord in-character roleplay as well that was posted today by Dahlia. So if you go to the in-character chat in our Discord, and in fact, I was going to see if I might prevail upon her. It would be a treat if on the break we could get you to read that in
reading?
Dahlia's voice to us on the break. That would be a lot of fun. So
You're not allowed to go to the bathroom on break.
No, you're not allowed.
hello, Natasha.
Somebody will have to fill up my water bottle.
Okay, let's quickly go around character introductions, and we're getting started.
Huzzah.
Let's start today with you, Duke.
Oh.
Targeted.
Well. See.
You played Cade yesterday. Get out of it.
I know. I gotta get out of Cade.
Pivoting towards this.
I know.
No, the other side. Go for the other side.
Hello, y'all. I'm Duke. Gotta get into a different accent here. It all failed.
It's happening. It's happening. We're pushing towards Southern, and I'm so proud.
Couldn't be happier.
Well, I'm preparing for the 19th, y'all. So,
Duke's gonna grow southern.
he grows up with a bunch of Southern moms.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know.
we don't know.
We do know.
I just gotta get out of Cade. Don't call me Cade. I'm Duke. Let's see, what age am I? 12, right?
Yes.
I'm 12.
You tell me.
I've lived a long life in just a couple days.
Yeah, just in a couple days, honestly.
I grew up in the wealthy part of town, a little silver spoon in my mouth, but my family has died, and now
A horrible burning death.
horrible, horrible burning death. Now I'm stuck under the streets with these rats. And trying to survive, but I am getting a little wisdom in my little years and seeing how they're treated compared to how I was treated, and we'll see where that goes.
Okay.
Character development.
Before we go through the rest of the character introductions, we do actually want to play today, so let's try to make them just a
sorry.
little briefer. But you did also get a shout out in chat. Greg Justinius, he mentioned that you were outstanding yesterday as Cade. I don't think Greg got to see a whole lot of Cade in Rune Lords, maybe, but that was fantastic yesterday. All right, Mila.
Great.
Mila is an 11-year-old little gal. She's got big old brown eyes, messy hair. It's actually nice right now
good.
because we are royal rich kids currently. Not actually. She's got a little missing tooth, big old broad smile most of the time. A little too naive for her own good. Hasn't Finley, who's a pet rat, or roommate, they were roommates.
Oh my God, they were
And-
roommates.
They're roommates.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Nicely done. Click.
Knock knock bleaters, it's Click. Dark skinned, short, youngest of the group, shortest of the group, but strongest and best of the group.
Strongest.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'll beat anyone in arm wrestling. I won't. Quick as a flash, loves to steal stuff, but has maybe gotten into a little bit of trouble for it, and that's Click, baby.
Nicely done.
Pick. Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm playing Dahlia. Dahlia is a young entrepreneur out here in the Free City selling wares on behalf of her mom. Mom. Yeah, and is linked up with these clowns and is enjoying her time. Just kind of having a good day. Having a great time.
Nicely done. As we begin today, session 9, the Understreet Rats are still inside the guard barracks in the noble quarter of the Free City of Altamira, the bastion of freedom and egalitarianism in the mid-southern part of the Flanness. It's warriors and so not.
Are we in the
sorry,
Flanness?
Sorry, I do that every single time of the world of Aihrde and fighting off the denizens of the Twilight Forest and those which come up from the south, constantly challenging the free peoples. This is the city of Altamira.
Huzzah.
And with that said, we begin. So as you are ushered quickly from the barracks, you see Professor Salmon. Come along, children. We really must hasten.
Yes, Professor Salmon.
Professor Salmon.
You
I'm
hear
like dabbing Mila's head with like a little
Wait, but come back. I want to understand what happened here. No, sir, we really must be going. We're late. You see, very late. And he's ushering you quickly. As he jostles you through, you all follow. You hear the whining and complaining of the Edgies as they are. They didn't get to go upstairs. They didn't get to see the parts. They didn't get to fire the crossbow. They're clearly just upset about the entire process. As you are bustled along and you make your way.
Poor babies.
Oh, your sympathy is duly noted.
It's gonna suck when these kids are like nepo babies in the future. They're gonna be
That's
like the
so
major
true.
mages and we
So
have to
true.
deal with
You
them
are
in the
with the
future.
Nepo babies and you have made enemies.
Yep, this is the future council of the city.
So you, as you're bustling your way through, you make your way through the commons area, and you see that guard is still there. It's only been about 15 minutes
course.
since you went, and he gives a surly look as you make your way through.
I'm adjusting my face so that it's harder to
I'm
see.
like blotting more of Mila's face, like I'm like, oh
and just
no,
like,
and I'm like turning my head and just.
And as you make your way out those initial set of doors and you make a left to turn out through the courtyard, one of the guards is standing there in his full plate.
Is it
A
Matt?
moment. You look up, it is. It is him. A moment. It seems they still want to speak to you inside. What's going on? You see Professor Salmon speaks up. Good sir, the children, we're late. We really must be going. I think it's okay for us to ask a few questions. You have a moment.
My arm.
Mr. Matt, I don't believe we do. My friend, she's fallen.
Yeah, she's
just
gonna like
very-
take her hand from the
she
back
fell
of her
down the
head.
stairs, and we just
And a
need to
guard
get some
pushed
help.
me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matt. I'm sure that I'll return the kindness of you allowing us to go to my father, and I think we have to go.
Yeah, Mila's gonna take her hand off the back of her head, see that her hand's covered in blood, and just scream.
You don't have to scream. You don't scream. She was out at a musical last night, and she screamed all night long. So if she does any more today, she will lose her voice. So yeah, you're forgiven the lack of volume in your role play. All right, so go ahead and roll, both of you. Let's roll a diplomacy. Actually, you roll diplomacy. You roll bluff.
I'm
they're-
gonna use +5.
All right.
for
Oh, you're gonna use
that.
5 on it. Wow.
And while they're doing this, we're at the outer wall to the noble quarter, right?
Correct.
Is the gate open
Leading. Oh wait. So
into the merchant district?
okay, you're not. So you're at. You're at the outer
at the
wall,
wall.
but not the part of the wall that's gated. You have to walk through the noble quarter. So you're on the eastern side. This wall.
Natural 20.
What?
Natural 20.
Did you really?
She did.
Yeah.
What I'm asking is, if I needed an escape route for me to just bolt and run, could I get back to the alley where we were when we started, here in the noble quarter?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And without a gate in the way, without guards standing.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Great.
You know the way
Great.
back.
If things break bad, I know what I'm doing.
You know where the alleyway was, because it was not that far. It was a few blocks. As you speak to Matt, the guard, you see his face soften, and when he notices, what's that?
15.
15. He notices the blood coming away on Mila's hand, but particularly the imploring words and the doe-like eyes of Dahlia. He, of course, child. Well, just know you always have a friend here.
You have the glorious blessing, and I like.
Oh, my heart!
And so you make your way out of the barracks, and in moments you're standing outside the guard barracks. As the edgies are all standing around, you see Jameson looks over. What on earth was all that business?
You wouldn't understand.
I'll stop whining.
A lady fell down the stairs, Jameis.
One of the stairs, there was something wrong with it, and it fell through, and then I fell, and
I think you're a liar. I think all you do is lie.
I think all you do is whine.
Agreed.
Elise says, "Quiet, everyone. There's no need to fight. Just because they drink from common tankards doesn't mean they're common people."
Trying so hard. She's trying her
She's
best.
trying her best.
Smile at her.
Professor Salmon, he calms everyone down. Young Godswallow, you must please get your comrades in order. This manner of arguing will do us no good. And you see Godswallow looks up. Percival.
Or
The adult.
Parrington.
Parrington, yeah, he looks up and he kind of arches his brow.
I will figure your game. I promise you that.
Good luck.
I don't know what's going on. I just want to go home.
Professor Salmon, I think these Edgington students have really shown their true colors today.
Well, perhaps I must, though, return them. You see, they have a quicker hour to meet. So you should go back to Grayton.
Of course.
Of course.
Go
they
back.
need more education.
Yes, back to your academy.
Yes, and with our studies, we
Of
are very
higher
aware of the
learning.
way.
I will make sure these noble students of Edgewick are returned to their studies.
Yes, Professor Salmon.
As he starts to lead them away, you see Jameson. He shoots the most withering glare over his shoulder, and he looks right at Dahlia. I'll show you who's drab.
Bye.
And in moments, they retreat off into the streets of the noble quarter of Altamira.
I hate that kid.
Here, here.
He's so mean.
Keep your posture up. Let's get to that alley.
Okay, so you guys make your way through the streets. Again, you notice much the same. It's just past the lunch hour now. Not very much time has passed. And as you hear the clattering of the stagecoaches and carriages going by across the cobblestones, you see young children being led by the hand. You see wealthy businessmen walking back and forth, and Click, you cannot help but notice plump pouches upon every posterior.
So hard not to steal.
There are they are everywhere. But there is also, you see, a certain wistfulness in Duke's eye. As Duke, you look around, you know these streets. You walked with your own parents, your own siblings through these streets just days ago. A life which now seems a distant memory to you. It's as though you have become in a short time an alien in this place, and you find it so odd that you contemplate the fact that you are going from the noble quarter and perhaps even back into the sewers of a beggar, and you wonder how your lot in life has reached such a point. You, on the other hand, Mila, find your thoughts only consumed with the welfare of one small rodent.
And the pain in the back of her head.
Honestly, at this point, that was more for show. She really doesn't. She's just walking it off.
Well, you had the half cookie.
Yeah, she had
She had the half cookie.
Oh,
She's
yeah, so I guess
mostly healed.
it's pretty good now.
You can just hear.
on 1 hit point. But.
Yeah, you can see she's still got a bump in the back of the head, and you can hear that her voice is a horse from screaming on the way down the stairs. But beyond that, she's well. So anything that you're looking for or doing as you walk through the streets, you know, you're still in the robes of the Grayton School of Distinction or Academy of Distinction. So, you know, no one is bothering you. No one is looking twice at you.
While we're walking, I'm looking out for guards and trying to make it obvious that we're just going back the way we came in until we get close to that alleyway. And then if there's a guard within eyesight of that, we need to make a different plan than just walking straight into a random alleyway.
Okay.
So when we get near that alley, I'm looking out for guards. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Anyone else?
I think Dahlia's just kind of like taking in the sights of a place that like she probably hasn't had much time to linger before. Like, I think that there would be moments where she'd be like tasked to deliver something up here, and basically it'd be like a guard being like, "Okay, drop it, now go." Like,
Yeah.
Get on back. And so like it's just kind of like enjoying a more leisurely time here without being like, I don't know. I think the camouflage that comes with
Absolutely
good dress is like very apparent to her in this.
Yeah, I mean that's really the word that comes to your mind. There have been times in the forest you were taught by your mother. I'm waiting. Thank you.
You would never.
They were starting to believe it.
Yeah.
She's just my cool mom.
to hunt, and she would teach you ways to hide yourself in vegetation and to hide your scent even. And it reminds you very much of that. These robes seem to have the same effect on the denizens of wealth that surround you. And you can't help but feel that they are in much the same way simple animals identifying friend or foe by sight or smell or sound, not even knowing what really moves among them as you used to move through the trees and bushes with your own mother.
Dang.
You guys also notice Click's hand is shaking like a leaf while he walks. He's got one down to the side that's just constantly shaking.
I think at one point Dahlia would be like, "So did you get everything?"
To the alleyway?
All right, as you make your way back to the alleyway, I do have to just pause for a moment. There's a small cause of celebration here in the Blue Box community. This last week, we saw Honeybee Crafter, Honeybee Chaos back on our Discord. She's had a lot of IRL stuff going on.
Oh my goodness.
She just gave a sub. Danny, so great to have you back with us.
Danny.
I know life still gets busy at times, but we're so excited to see you again. And Danny, by the way, got her ticket to Blue Box Con this week.
Huzzah.
She will be there. Your guys who have not met her are going to absolutely love her.
You and I both just got a +1, John.
Oh, let's go. Thank you very much for the +1. And Mike, thank you again. Thank you, Jeff. Let's go. No, he doesn't. All right. So in moments, you find your way to the sewer, or to the grate that you came up, and as you walk past the door, you can, in fact, you kind of hear a moaning from inside that locked door where you left the not the headmistress, but the teacher, the instructor from Edgewick.
I'm looking over at everyone with a finger over my lips and just pointing towards the grate. I'm gonna go open the grate and usher everybody down into the sewers.
You pull it open.
Don't we have
and
oil?
What's that?
Not on us right now.
No, you don't have any oil on you right now. And as you climb in, you make your way inside the grate. You slide down, and it's utterly dark in here. So without dark vision, you get a few feet away from the entry. What are you doing to create light?
Well, 2 of us are okay.
Right.
Yes, 2 of us are okay. So I'm just going to... The moment we get down there and the grate is closed, Click looks at everybody and just goes, "Yes!"
Did you get it?
I got it! I got it! Oh my... I got it! Oh, whew. All right, sorry. And he rips some clothes off. Politely, like not to destroy them,
We
but
both
like
are just.
unbuttons the top
I can't
buttons.
even see anything.
Sorry. That might have scared you both very badly. We did it. I got the letter. I got your father's letter, Duke.
What
did it say?
What did it say?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Basically confirming all of what he said in the second letter. It's good stuff, but we need to get back to the Beggar King, and I know the way. We need to get moving.
Didn't Professor Salmon tell us to... Simon, tell us to wait for him?
I'm not waiting for anybody. They could be on our
Wait,
tails.
Didn't he tell us to wait for him?
No, he told you.
Yeah,
so
he
well,
told us to head back to
specifically
the
what he said was, "Return to the academy."
Return to the hideout. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
I mean,
sure.
that could mean any number of things, but I'm going to the Beggar King, and I know the way.
Well, okay.
How?
When we had the blindfolds on, I kept track of rights and lefts, and I counted my steps. Mm-hmm. I've got a perfect map of these sewers.
Mm-hmm.
He has a better map than any of the rest of us. I wasn't paying attention.
Me neither. I was scared.
I just wasn't thinking.
Oh, that's fair.
Are we supposed to give these back?
Yes.
I would assume.
So we probably shouldn't go into the sewers like this.
We walked through the sewers
We just
up
gotta
until
be
this
careful.
point. Just take your shoes off.
Okay.
Also, I think better for us to have the letter and be alive than to come back with damaged clothes. I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
Also,
I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Is everyone okay? Are you all okay?
Are you okay?
Yes. Yes.
Click's hand is still shaking, but you two can't see it. I've been better. Let's go. Everyone grab on. Get in a line.
Okay.
Do
I'll
you have?
take up the back and put the two
I feel
humans
there's
in the
been
middle.
a pattern of you refusing to talk or answer.
I would rather communicate my problems when we are out of problems.
Never.
Right.
We'll talk about this later.
And I attempt to lead.
So you begin walking. All
Yes.
right. As you attempt to lead the group through the sewers,
Well, the Beggar King better have money or food, because I'm hungry.
you make your way along. Here, you know every place where it gets close to a grate, it's a narrow channel. Where it takes the water that comes down the grate. You make your way about 20 feet down, your feet walking on slick cobblestones. The scent, as it was, you were down here not long ago, it's very strong today. Whatever's happening with the ebb of water, it's brought some of the really noxious stuff into the sewer system. You go about 25 feet and you turn into the wider chasm, or the wider chamber rather, that opens up, and now you have a good 6-foot trough of water flowing past with 5-foot walkways on either side. As the water comes by again, you see that very disconcerting lumpiness underneath the surface of the water, occasionally things that bubble to the surface, and you're rather grateful that they remain essentially unidentifiable. But as you do this, you begin walking. You see Click. He leads you.
And while we're walking, I'm also keeping my ears open for screams
Okay.
and rat footsteps.
All
I
right.
think Mila is also
Yeah.
just trying to hear as much as possible because she can't see anything.
So your
Yeah.
heightened senses.
It's just like
I'm kind of like looking between the water and behind us. I'm looking like checking to see if anything is moving out of the water.
Okay.
And like just keeping that like of something beating against a current instead of just like drifting with it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll d20, please.
Should both of them roll because she's listening as well?
Yes.
I will say, you do hear the
9.
slapping of Click's hand up against his leg occasionally as
Wait,
his
is
hand
she
still
holding
shakes.
your hand or is she holding?
You're in between, I think, Duke and Mila.
And you're at the back, right?
Yeah,
And I would be at the front?
Yeah.
Sweet.
15 on the die, but that's like minus something, I think. Or
Okay.
wait, unless
Not
we
for
didn't
perception.
do perception. Oh, then it's a +1 if we are
Yes.
keeping.
Yes.
the-
Yeah. So you're using
So,
your yeah
16.
for the moment. We're gonna do that before we go with the adult versions. We'll have a different whale for perception, but for now we're doing that. As you walk along, you don't hear anything other than the occasional gurgling sound and the of your own feet as you walk through the muck and the mire. You do notice something as you reach a three-way intersection and you see Click look. You notice what you would gauge as uncertainty. And then just a briefest moment of expression.
Impossible.
Click throws his shoulders back and moves right.
I like reach up to the front with like my gangly arms and like pull up, and then like I think I just grab him by the shirt and pull him back towards me, and then get really close to his ear. It's really okay if you don't know exactly where you're going.
I definitely know where I'm going.
Are you sure?
Listen, I haven't seen these tunnels before. I was just looking around. Gauging my options. I might be a little lost, I think. But no, it's fine.
Do I hear
No,
that?
we're good.
Hold on, let me see.
Do I hear that?
Well, she purposefully whispered, but it's hard in here. Go ahead, both of you roll. By the way, you still feel utterly confident.
Of course.
18.
16 again.
16. Oh, yeah, you both. I mean, you both could hear. I mean, maybe not every word, but you got the gist of it. And
Lost?
No, never mind.
Lost?
I recognize these stones. They feel right on my feet.
Oh, feet. Feet. They're all the same down here.
Not this one.
Oh my God.
Would I be able to like kind of
9
get close
cents
to the
though.
ground,
Minus,
despite the
like,
unpleasant
3.
smell?
Sure,
I'll like
okay.
grab that handkerchief, wrap it up around
Okay.
the face. Can I look to see if I see fancy footprints? Because we wore our fancy boots down here, and if there's muck and mire, there should be some footprints. Would I be able to look back?
very nice.
Or footprints at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
I
people
assume
just
we're not
walk
the
through
only-
the sewers.
But-
well,
Well.
yeah.
We heard screaming down here.
Yeah.
Fair.
As you get down, you look very closely, and it's disturbing enough until you see the pale white grub that worms its way up, and you just see the hump back down into the. And it is at that point that you notice this sludge that sits atop the rocks is viscous, and so even as you look back, your own steps just it comes right back in on top of itself, like stepping in soupy mud.
Yummy.
Very good idea, but unfortunately, no, you can't see any tracks here.
Did we say that we had our little dirks on us?
Uh-huh.
Little-
Yeah,
Okay.
uh-huh. You
Then
hid them.
Mila's gonna go over to a wall, like the wall that in which they came from.
Okay.
And she's just gonna like do just a little mark in it, so that if we end up coming back in a circle, like there's something here that like we have been here before.
Okay.
Would like from where we are right now? Are there any ports up? Like any daylight coming in?
No, not here.
Okay.
Can you lead me to the wall?
Wait.
Which we came back.
Sure, right there.
Didn't I use chalk?
You're thinking
think so
about
here.
from the rat's nest
Yeah.
to
We
Beggar
We
King.
use
did
the
do
little
that.
ink
Well.
pins.
You know the way well from the Beggar King's hideout to your hideout, but not from here.
I've got it. Get back in line. Let's go.
And see, just so you know, like OOC. So let me help the viewers here who might be wondering what's going on, especially. So Click, our resident overconfident thief,
Yeah.
purposefully, when they were blindfolded and taken out of this place last time, paid close attention to his steps and to his rights and lefts, to the feeling of wind, and as he made his check, he rolled a nat 1. Well, as you know in my games, in certain checks,
Yes!
a nat 1 does not just mean a failure. In much like
Confident failure.
you get some sort of misinformation in most of those cases. So if it's a
We didn't know.
perception check, or
You never told
it's
us.
not just that you don't get it; it's that
We just learned.
you misapprehend something. Well, in this case, he was quite confident
Yeah.
that he had done a good job when in fact he had
done a bad
misread it.
About as bad as I could do, yeah. We're gonna end up in the mayor's palace.
Oh no.
So wait, so one other thing I wanted to make note of as well is that when they were let go by Professor Salmon, who was their guide, he's actually a member of the Beggars Guild. He was disguised in that professor role. He was under the presumption the entire time you would make your way back through the gates and go back through the like the normal way.
why wouldn't
he
we?
had no anticipation because he blindfolded you. He
Yeah.
thought you guys were. He did not expect you to do
Yeah.
what
He
you're
didn't
doing
expect
now.
Click.
He didn't expect click exactly.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
so
following the
All right.
leader.
yes, resume.
So
Yeah.
I get the feeling that Click doesn't know what he's doing. So I have my eyes on him. Do I notice his hand?
Can you see?
You can't see.
But I can hear. You said my
Yes,
hand.
you do occasionally
Do I
hear
know?
my hand
I said, do
shaking.
I notice?
There's. I don't see there's any reason why you wouldn't hear my hand occasionally hitting my thigh with. But I was doing that before we even walked down into the sewers. So that's up to you to interpret. But I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Grab Mila's hand, put it on my shoulder.
interpret it as nervousness and anxiety, or I wouldn't know anxiety, but nervousness that he doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay.
If she hears, like she'll grab.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm increasingly getting agitated.
It's gonna keep shaking, but
Click!
Do we have any idea like how long we've been down here at this point?
Oh, you've only been down for about, you would guess, probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Click!
Okay.
Where are we?
on the way.
No, we're not.
How long did it take us?
You didn't count your steps.
Roughly.
Oh, or to get here in the first place, you would guess probably at least twice as long.
We're about halfway there.
Okay, if we get the other half of the way there and we're not there, we go back.
Sure.
Oh, except how many turns have we taken?
I've been counting those too.
Oh my.
You already made, Mila just made
No,
a
he
mark on the
hasn't.
wall.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
She did make one mark on the wall, sure, but
I will be making marks.
Yeah.
Okay,
if we
I
can,
think I do have
the
chalk.
She can
ways
just
that
walk
we
kind of
turn.
flank with the wall and just sort of.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have chalk too. So
Right.
why didn't I think of this before? Ah.
I mean, Professor Salmon would have stopped you from doing it.
Well, he's not here
Professor
now.
Salmon, sorry, I can drop the guys.
Well, he's not here now, so I'm gonna mark it up.
Well, I've got you. I'm
You're
very
doing
good.
really good at this mummers part.
Stop being the leader. You're not just the leader.
Thank you.
Click.
You're welcome.
Oh, they're ignoring me.
Well, right now I'm
Okay.
the leader because I know where I'm going.
No,
so-
I don't think you do.
I like pull Duke back towards me, like just physically pull him towards my ear.
I immediately like grip your hand very tightly and stop at my tracks.
Oh, crap.
What? Wait, maybe it was nothing. You thought you heard something. Wait. There's a gentle, sounds like a crying or a sobbing in the background,
I can't do this anymore.
coming from one of the tunnels.
Which one? Can we determine?
We're not heroes. We're children.
With the echo, it's difficult to determine. Is it behind you?
I think Click was too involved in conversation to hear it, and he just shakes your hand, lets go for a moment, puts it back on his shoulder, and says, "Quit kittle-pithering, let's go."
I wasn't. I
Piddle-piddling.
heard. I swear I heard a woman crying.
Well, I didn't hear anything.
I don't hear anything. Keep going. Follow Click.
In fact, as you listen, it sounds more like a child.
Mila, you keep hearing things in these sewers. Let's go.
She's paying attention.
Click's gonna keep leading the way he thinks we're supposed to be going.
All right, and Click starts walking again. As you're walking along in the sewer, you don't hear it anymore. It's like it faded.
Phew. Keep going.
All right. Click, go ahead and roll D20 for me, please.
Do I want low or
So
high?
lucky you're here with me.
Danny said, run away.
Yeah, you guys are so lucky you're here to stop Mila from going towards that.
11.
11, okay.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
As
Ridiculous.
Click leads you on through the sewers, it is. You have this sense of almost as though the weight of the stone and the air, you can feel it on your shoulders, and there's a scent in the air now that's more than just the sewage. As you get closer, you recognize it. You especially, you would often smell this in the forest, Dahlia, when there was a dead animal laying somewhere and you got used to that scent of, that cloying scent of death, and you can smell that coming from somewhere up ahead.
Something's dead up there.
What?
Something's dead
No, duh.
up there.
There's lots of stuff dead down here.
All right.
But it's together.
Dahlia, keep an eye on them. I'm going to sneak ahead and see what I can see.
I don't think we should split up.
Yeah, that's a terrible
There's only
idea.
two of us
Well,
that can
what do we
see
do?
right
Turn
now.
around? We're halfway there.
When he says we're halfway there, based on the amount of time
Sure.
that has passed and like my perception of it,
Well, the time wouldn't do it. Go ahead and roll D20 though.
what's the vibe of it? 14.
You've seen this now twice. You are very confident that he is very lost.
I like kind of push past the other two and I like walk up to Click and I know that he can only see me like right now and that we can only see each other.
Yeah.
And I get like almost like eye to eye with you. It's okay if we go back.
I'm not lost.
I know that you might think that. We're gonna come back and we're gonna route
I
these
think
right.
Dahlia thinks he's lost.
But I think right now we gotta keep us safe,
Okay.
Might be right.
or else we're gonna be that.
She's-
And I
she's
point
looking at
down
him
towards
stern.
whatever
Oh, I can't
dead
see.
thing is
Yeah,
down there.
and Click kind
What's going on up there?
of. We're figuring it out.
Figuring. Oh,
We're rerouting.
I knew it, Click.
What?
You're so confident in your wrongness.
If there wasn't a dead body on the way, then we would keep walking.
Oh,
but
you're
Dahlia
such a
says we should turn
liar.
around.
I don't believe you. I get my peppermint out and I put it under my nose.
Calm down.
It's just over there.
Put it back in my pouch.
Okay. So you turn around, or
I guess Dahlia.
so you turn
Take
around, you
the
start
lead.
walking back the other way. Okay.
Following marks that we've made.
Because by the time I would guess that we would get back,
I put an
that.
X. I put an X
Ooh.
on the wall.
did
that
we
says
pass
no.
any other grates? Throughout
No,
our
well,
entire
no,
walk.
because so you know the grates are in the narrower passages. That You've
Those
been
sideways.
You've been avoiding those. You've been staying because you know you're nowhere close. But you have seen narrow passageways that you could have turned off to.
Would we see any like hint of daylight? Because our eyes are set like, or especially them. Would they catch any hint of daylight? from
Sure. I
beneath
mean,
us?
I mean, you could. You don't here, but it's certainly possible. Yes.
Okay. I think Dahlia would kind of pause for a quick moment and just say, I think if we go back to the old alley, that woman might be awake now. I don't think we want to do that.
She was already awake. We just made our way in quietly. She can't get out of that room that she's in.
Well, she can scream for help.
Fair. You're right. Maybe we should try and find a random opening on the way. Maybe the next one.
Okay. Mila, Duke, your eyes are going to be more sensitive to ours to light. If you see even a little peek of it, will you let us know?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
And gives them a smile that they can't see. But I think Dahlia's like, people are listening to me. What's happening? Like, that's never happened in my life before. And then, like, I think kind of like reverses, pushes Click up to the front, and then wants to put herself closest to the dead thing
When you do
as
that,
they walk away.
you can lead if you want.
No,
All right.
I'll carry up the back. And then, like, puts a hand on his shoulder. I do trust you.
Thanks. Awkward as possible.
Love it. I'm living for this.
So you turn and you keep walking back the other
We're
direction.
doing the opposite that we just did.
And you had marked the walls, correct?
Up
ones
till we got to
we
that
made.
corridor.
We are
Okay.
looking
Three-way
not just to go all the way back to where we got
Right.
to, the first of those
The
thin
first at the-
offshoots
right, where you-
that
yeah.
might take us up.
Okay. As you move back that direction,
Mila will be listening for the woman crying for sure, though.
Okay.
Or child, or whoever.
you
I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea.
you feel the receding of that scent. You do follow the marks past. As you make your way through the sewers, you get back, you hang a left, and you're moving back in the direction that you came from. And then, oddly, that scent of death now seems to be ahead of you.
It's ahead.
You
now.
smell that cloying scent on the air, mingling in a noxious alloy with the sewage and the fumes and the gases coming up from the waters.
Does it smell? This is unfortunate. Would I know if it smells old or new?
This smells like, you would identify this
That
from your
smell of
hunting.
copper.
Iron.
No, not the smell of copper. This is the, this is the animal that has lain in a ditch for 2 days smell
Okay.
that you have become very
Okay.
accustomed to.
Yeah, I would point that out and say, the smell's back, but it's older.
Well, then let's move past.
Okay.
You're really good at that.
Well,
Quite the
talk about that.
nose you have on you.
you get used to it.
All right, as you continue to move down.
You made the grossest character unintentionally. You know when you set yourself up and you're like, I think this gross thing about me is true, and then you have to live with it.
You know the age of dead things.
Yeah.
As you walk along,
Weird false kid.
you see up ahead, you can detect there is a little bit of light that comes from a side passageway. There must be a grate in that direction up to your right. You're kind of peering through the darkness.
Light.
Light?
Light.
Is it bright and up?
It's
or
to
is
the
it
right.
orange and down?
Do I sense?
Because if
Sense
it's
what?
If it's
No, you just. I mean, you're still about 20 feet away. You can see the faint glow of light coming from a side passageway.
it's from a side passageway.
Then that's our way. We need to go.
There's a light on the right.
Thank you.
There you go.
I give him like a strong pat on the back.
We can do this.
Neela's gonna close her eye and put her hand to the stone, wrap it around, and just try to feel like hearing the. She thinks she hears it again, and that can't be just a coincidence. And she's gonna try and see if she can feel if there is someone that needs help.
Is that laughing
you-
or is that flies? Anyway.
As you do that, the keener-eyed elves among you, you see up ahead where Duke was pointing at the source of dim light. You see a hand
Oh
up
no.
on, and it's a small hand
Out of the
out
water?
of the muck of the water onto the bank. Another small hand.
Guys?
If I look at the hands, do they
What?
look mostly together? Are there bones?
As you peer more closely, you're 20 feet away, even with your vision, you see a small, looks like a child in a muck-covered, tattered dress, perhaps 5 or 6 winters, pulls herself up onto the bank
What is it?
and stands, her hair dripping wet at her sides.
She's not screaming. I get scared. I'm scared. If she's not yelling
What's
or
going
making
No, she's
any
not
sound,
yelling or screaming.
Yeah.
No, she's
What's going on?
I just start tapping everyone and I'm like, keep moving.
What's going on?
We have to keep moving.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Just give me a moment.
Won't you play with me?
No, I think
We don't play down here.
I think
and
we're good.
I start pushing people away from this thing
I'm so lonely.
Where do we go?
No, don't run. No one wants to play
towards
with
the
me.
light.
Wait, what? Hello?
No, run!
I'm so lonely down here. Ever since no one plays with me anymore.
Well, we're not staying here.
No,
we're running.
Dahlia's pushing everyone more towards the light.
Do we
If
run
it's-
past this at all?
No. Are you
Oh.
turning back? I mean, are you running toward it, or are you running back
I
the
think
other
to
way?
get
where's
to the
the
light,
light?
we have to go past
The
it.
light, yeah, it's up toward where the light
Oh
is.
crap!
Oh.
Oh, we're in a pickle.
So you would be
do
the
I see an
closest to the
outline?
child then, right?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. As as she has pulled herself up, she's kind of standing just lightly outlined in the pale light coming from the side passageway.
Guys,
You
it's
see
just-
the water dripping
No,
from her
it's
hair.
not.
What's Click doing?
I am frozen.
Okay.
She starts taking halting steps forward, and she's holding her hands
Yeah,
out
the
in
second she's holding her,
supplication.
I'll
It's not this, it's this.
yeah, no, that's more scary. There's something I don't like this.
Guys, I'm scared. I'm scared. Where do we go?
I
Where
like
do we
kind
go?
of almost like with my gangly arms, like pull up towards Click and like start pulling people back towards the way that we came from.
What's your name?
I'm already headed that way.
My name is Sally, and no one plays with me. Since all
I whisper to Mila and I'm like, we don't play in the sewers. That's not what people do. That's not normal. She should be
needs
screaming.
help.
She should be scared.
She doesn't need help. We're running. We need help. We need help now.
Do I feel anything? Do I have any sense?
What kind of sense? Oh, you mean,
Oh,
no. But,
does she smell alive to me?
oh no.
Yeah, I say that.
No.
Yeah, at that point, I like.
the scent has gotten stronger since she emerged from the water.
Oh, crap.
I say that's the smell. Go. We have to go. And I start like running. And I'm like,
you turn in
around.
Rocky. Dahlia turns around. What do you guys do?
Oh, I'm already running back.
Are you already running?
Oh, yeah.
When she says that's the smell, I just go, cry beef! And I turn around and just run! Like, I think I slip in the muck a couple of steps before going.
As you turn and
sound
you're
effect.
running, you hear her say,
no, please come back.
No!
Ever since old Tom came to play with me, no one else will.
Goodness! All right, run!
Yeah.
We don't want Sally.
Running.
We don't play with Sally. Run.
okay, all right.
Sally's not your friend.
And
Right.
Click with a confident, unshaking hand grabs Mila's and drags her through the muck.
You start careening wildly down these corridors. This sense of almost being pursued, even though these childlike wails begin to recede into the distance. I do need each of you, though, to roll D20 and add your dex bonus to it, please.
No. I better have good decks. Come on.
I
Don't
feel
fail
like-
me now.
Should I just burn? I got another +5. Nah, I'd like.
I got y'all.
I'll add a 3 to it.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I won't
At
do
least
that.
it's not a 1. I got a 3.
A
I'm
3.
gonna add my inspiration actually.
But it's
Okay.
not.
Two
It's not
from
a
the DM.
1.
So.
But you've got pretty decent decks, right?
That's an 8 plus 4.
I think.
Okay,
And
all
then
right. And you had a
dex
3
is-
plus.
Well, let me go to the front.
Dex is no ads, no minus.
Okay.
So 8.
I'm gonna
12,
add-
16.
I'm gonna use 2.
So
All
that's
right.
plus 3. So you're to 6.
6.
Nice.
20.
12.
Unnatural.
A nat 20.
But then you-
Unnatural.
Oh, I know. Dirty 20.
And
Okay.
then nothing added to it. I have a 23.
A 20. All right. So, what's your dex?
16.
It's a 6 total.
So it's
Six
a 6 total.
total.
All right. As you're all running along, it is only Duke who, as he is running, you hear a
no.
foot goes out from underneath.
Why is it always Duke?
You splash
Into the water?
No.
into
No!
the.
Not
Get me out! Get me out!
We can't see
Yeah,
him.
can I scoop him?
I put my hands up.
Yeah.
Sorry, headphone users.
Sorry.
Can I scoop him pretty quick?
Well, he's being carried along by the current.
no!
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead, and we're gonna make a quick initiative check here as
You and
Cade
I are
is.
at the front.
can't see.
Or the Duke,
You are my
Duke
eyes
is
right now.
carried along by the current.
my gosh. Is
You,
there-
you finally
I'm
see
trying-
his head come up. Cade, or Duke,
Duke.
sorry, Duke, you are covered in excrement.
Got me.
And,
I'm trying to grab onto the side. Can I grab?
yeah, you are horrified to see the
One
current is
advantage.
much stronger than it looked like. It's kind of slow on top, but it's much faster traveling underneath, and you're being pulled away
I'm
from your
trying to
comrades.
pull onto the
It
side.
is
Anything,
initiative.
anything,
initiative.
anything.
You can't adventure
I'm
in
gonna get eaten by a dead thing.
DM has a 2 on the dot. You have a 3? Okay. All right. You sprint up.
Well,
you are
do I
just a
find
little
a
bit closer.
rock or anything to hold on to?
No, okay, you are splashing in the water. You see Dahlia get there first. She reaches out, and I'm going to have each of you roll a d20, please. And I'm going to roll a d20.
Advantage.
You're going to use advantage on this. All right, so that's 5 more that are being
Okay,
used.
I'm gonna use an advantage. 1, 2. Do I need to roll one?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Nat 20 again.
What?
What? 18 and a 20.
You
I don't have
reach
to
out.
roll?
You well, actually, let's go ahead. Make sure you don't roll a 1. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Well, you have advantage, so you would have to roll who won.
You have to roll.
hold on.
Okay,
I
so
need to roll a
advantage
good
used
one.
here also, Amanda.
Yes.
So that's 5 burned for each of them.
This is your moment.
Okay.
Okay,
Not
you're
in that
fine.
one.
All
Not
right,
in that one.
you reach for the bank, but the current spins you around, and then suddenly you feel a yank at the back of your hood, and Dahlia, you grab her, you pull him up to the edge. Your current is pulling you around.
Get me!
No, you got him, and you pull him. He flops over, out of breath, onto the edge of the sewer, covered in stench.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and the handkerchief that I had that I was using for Mila, I immediately drop it onto his face and just zap.
I start puking.
I turn him towards on his side.
The river.
We don't know this is happening.
So
we might hear it,
in this
but-
moment,
You've definitely heard it.
Click grabbed you across the stomach and put you up against the wall, and he's holding you up against it. It's like, quiet, keep quiet. Something's going on. It's scary. I don't know what's going on. Stop.
It's okay. It's okay. Duke fell. Got him.
Something didn't grab him.
It's okay.
Another hand out of the water.
Nope. Nothing. You can.
Okay, I start panicking, and I'm not gonna scream, but I start screaming
see
at
what
the
made
top
him
of my
trip.
lungs.
What can you see?
All right. Suddenly there are peals of
I
screaming
grab
coming
that
from Cade.
lavender and I'm not kidding. I pull it to your nose and I am basically on top of you with lavender over your nose,
You will be calm.
calm down. And then I just put my hand over your mouth and I'm like, that little girl could hear us.
She already saw us.
I know she saw us once, but we've been running. We have to stay quiet. I know this is uncomfortable. I'm really sorry.
I smell like poop.
I know. You really do. We can fix it. We'll be able to fix it.
Oh, by the way, any of our viewers, if you don't know, these are all children. They're all like 11 or 12 years old, so that is perfect role play.
I smell like poop.
As you're pulled out of the water, you do retch violently. I do also need you to make a saving throw. This is going to be a fortitude saving throw. This is going to be a DC 12 to see if you have contracted any manner of illness or disease.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Inside these waters.
Now, unfortunately, Constitution's one of those things we're not
I'm
good at
just
right
gonna
now.
burn my other 3.
Okay.
It's really bad. Huh?
I need a little help.
Jenny, what is your con?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Because your con,
your
as
son's
children, your constitution is not its full number.
5.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
a
have a 5.
five.
So that's a minus
3.
3 on the roll.
So
Wait,
You're using-
I'm 12 as an adult. Then it says
Yeah.
5 over here.
Right.
yeah,
So
because we're
yes.
at a percentage of our con
Yeah,
right now.
so your con is a function of your physical
so it's
and
flat what you roll on the
Yeah.
dice because you use
But
3
actually, you know what?
pluses.
Hold on. No, but I do. You know what? I've made this before in other situations. We must be logical in this
Okay.
process. The constitution that we're referring to when we modify con is the constitution which adds
That's
to hit
immune system.
Adds
Yeah.
a hit point, not immune system. Immune system of a
even be better.
12-year-old child can be every bit as good or better as an adult.
But also
so
if
you
he's
are
a
not
rich kid.
modified down to
So you've
5.
you've actually got a
it's-
plus
You got a
4.
+1 plus the 3 that you're adding. So you add 4 to your roll. So you need an 8 or higher on the die, or you have contracted
Easy.
some manner of
You got it.
disease.
Easy. Roll.
It's a
from inside
D12,
the
not a
sewer.
D20.
Why are you rolling a d12?
Oh wait, I can use
Roll
a
a
D20.
D20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
How long has she
people.
played this
played
game?
it.
Everyone, please understand when she's confused about saving throws. We've
just got
only
2
been
more
playing
plus
D&D
ones.
for 10 years together, so it's a few more she'll have it.
Math is not my
Are
strong
we rolling under or over?
Okay.
Over. This.
Eight.
Yeah, the only time you're rolling under is when it's an ability check. When
So
it's
if
a
it would be
saving
against
throw.
against your con,
Yeah,
against
okay,
your
so
dex,
which-
against your strength.
Okay, I just need
This
to
is
roll
a
the
saving.
right.
Thank you very much, all the mad chatters. Thank you, Tracy. 400 bits.
I got
for
it.
you.
Okay, I'm glad I did because I rolled a 6 here. 14.
All right, and Tracy just gave you 2 back.
Oh,
you, Tracy.
huzzah.
Thank you,
Much
Tracy.
appreciated. Thank
All right.
you.
In moments, you have yourself back. Your stomach is lurching, and you could still hear it. It's so distant you can't make out words, but you can hear that high-pitched voice still calling out to you longingly, a forlorn sense of loneliness that echoes through these caverns.
Click is still like essentially having a panic attack. Sally, she's there. She's coming. We need to move.
We're gonna keep moving.
Who is Mom Sorrow?
I've heard rumors. Let's just go. Come on, please.
I scoop Duke up underneath his armpits, like basically the whole vibe is like puppy stuck in a river, kind of like how Dahlia is
Right.
physically
You know the
interacting
rumors.
with
The two
Duke.
of you did.
Lifts him up
The boogeyman
again,
vault.
kind of holds the lavender and is just like, we're running. Like I'm gonna like hold on to him like around the waist,
All right.
like a three-legged race.
You all begin running again. Go ahead and make those checks for me. Roll d20.
What are we adding?
And add your
Dex?
dexterity bonus. Yes, these are very slippery
my
cobbles
gosh.
that you're running.
Six.
You okay,
16.
16. All right.
Ooh, okay.
You're
But
getting
you-
8.
you- you're getting aided.
Yeah.
10.
10. Okay.
24.
All right. So as you're running along, there is
I would
one
like
point.
to say I'm holding his hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at
running
one
hand in
point-
hand.
Your foot slips a bit, and you feel Click just grab your
Yeah,
shoulder.
she goes down to knees, and then I
steady you.
yank her back up to foot level, and
And as you run down the hallways, you kind of make a right and a left, or you're running in stark terror. By the time you finally catch your breath and you pull up and stop, you hear nothing else in the distance, but you also have no idea where you are.
all right, we need to just find light.
Yep.
Get upstairs.
That's all we have to do.
So that wasn't a little girl that was hurt and injured or needed help.
Dead.
Dead?
As a doornail.
Dead.
But she,
I stink bad.
have I ever read of things coming, not being dead if they are dead?
Yes. So in the blessings and divine ordinance, blessings of the divine, or blessings and ordinances of the divine, the book
There we go.
that you secured from
Our library
Pence
book.
for Pages.
Thanks, Marcus.
There is spoken of an evil divine and sometimes arcane magic that is used. Those who walk beyond the grave are ever the enemy of the righteous. And so you have read of them sometimes being caused by powerful magics, sometimes by curses, but the dead that walk are spoken of in the pages of the of blessings and ordinances of the divine.
Mila's really sad because she doesn't think it's her fault that happened.
I in a moment of like utter emotion, Click looks around and says, "Oh, they're not. Our clothes are all dirty."
Dirty?
Yeah, but we were borrowing
is an
these.
understatement, Click.
Sorry, it
I'm covered in poop.
was kind of funny.
Duke's face. Oh, we're the only ones who can see it. Dahlia's like,
Okay? Is it still?
Yeah, I'll check.
well, he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
You didn't
fell.
get wet, yeah. Just
I
making
rolled
sure.
really well, but you say that, and I like. Yeah, it's good.
I'll ask Mila. Do you still have a handkerchief from your boots?
Yes.
And is it still like mostly clean, the boot handkerchief?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. I'll hand that to Click and say, wrap the letter in that, just in case.
Smart. Okay, slow and steady wins the race.
Yep. We're gonna slowly walk, and we're gonna find light. And when we do, we'll
And
wait, and then we'll go.
we're not going to start yelling and freaking out if we see another Sally. I hope. Let's just not see another Sally, all right?
We're not
We'll
gonna
be
see
fine,
another Sally.
right?
Yeah. That
No
seems like it's
promises.
not normal.
So this
Normal?
Dahlia says absolutely lied to herself.
It's not even close to normal. This is, I can't do this anymore.
Well, do you want to stay here?
No, I don't. I want to get out of here.
Well, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. You continue along, making your way through the darkness.
This is just the rest of the campaign. We're gonna be stuck down here.
Yeah, we'll be here for
We
it.
are the understreet rats, and now we're
yeah.
gonna become mole people. You didn't know. Yay!
You are definitely under street right now.
For sure.
As you're walking along, you're kind of sighting, looking for side passages, and you see a mark on the wall. You recognize it. This is one of the marks you made leading from your own hideout to the Beggar King. You have run so far. You are now back under the low quarter of Altamira.
I think.
Duke. You can't see it, but your chalk marks.
What
We're
marks?
here. We're here.
We're at the rat's nest.
Well, you're kind of as you look around, you're at sort of on the path to it. So you probably
That confidence of you're lost in the woods and then you see
Yes.
a blaze on a trail
We're
that you're
home.
walking.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't matter. I now
Is
know
it-
how to go where I'm
Is
going.
it the mark I made?
It is.
I am so smart.
You are. And Dahlia gives him like a little shoulder rubs. Like meanwhile, just like with her hands, like it's fine. It's
Click
fine.
just coughs and laughs a little bit under his breath. Yes. So smart. Let's go. Do we want to go back to our hideout to the Beggar King first?
We should go back to the
We should
Beggar
go
King,
see
but we
the
gotta get
Beggar
this
King.
letter out of here.
I mean, we've been how?
Also, our
long
clothes are at
is
the Beggar
there
King.
a-
you would guess.
point.
I mean, you've been down here now. You know the walking. You ran. I mean, it's less than an hour.
Yeah, it's still around midday.
But I mean, it's getting early afternoon.
Oh, Salmon's gonna be so mad at us. Jilly's gonna be so mad.
We did the job that we were asked.
I mean, that's.
We can use money to get the clothes clean. It'll be fine. Okay.
Hopefully.
Let's go.
All right. So you're heading to.
To Gladimus.
All right, then you make your way, and you do find the series of marks. You head in the direction that you have now been. This is your third time visiting the den of the Beggar King. You find the familiar passageway, and as you push your way past it, it closes behind you, and you are again. Thank you very much, Tracy. That is for Dahlia. 2 more.
Oh, thank you.
You guys burned through them back there pretty quick. As you step in, it is the closest to a feeling of warmth and home that you can imagine, which is kind of sad in this place.
Yeah.
But compared to where you just were, to be back in the domain of the Beggar King, to smell the cooking meats and the strange sense of his incenses and candles, you feel the warmth coming from fires. You can hear the many voices of other children, and once again your senses are accosted by the panoply of various things which are hitting you all at once, walking in, and as you look around, you just what's that? Okay, so you're
sorry.
no, you're fine. So you're at the opposite end. You come across that bridge that you're so familiar with now, and as your eyes adjust, you note there's something a little bit different that's going on. As you look off in the distance, you see there is a thin, it would be almost invisible to you if not for the fact that one of the urchins, one of the children, one of the gogs is balancing on what looks like a small rope that is connected across a wire that's going between 2 of the crates. As you look more closely, you see a lad of perhaps 7-8 winters dressed in drab trousers and a bright blue doublet that is tattered, overfitted.
Randy?
Clearly, what's that?
Is it Randy?
Randall.
Randall. Sorry.
It is not Randall.
good.
This is a little pepper-haired child you've not seen before, and he's balancing carefully on the wire as he goes across, and you can hear the "Oh, good lad, of Gladimus coming from the corner as he makes his way across.
This is why Tailspire is the best, and John is the best at it. He has put a ruler in the back to put a line up there. I love it. It's
Pretty
so
cool.
good. The effect works flawlessly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume Mila then, most likely.
She instantly
she
like
just
drops
turned
and
and
it's
starts.
just like, Finley?
All right, so you run.
knock you,
Then
and I'm like,
you run. You duck under the wire.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I thought I left Finley. Oh, did I leave Finley with them?
Yeah.
Oh, then she's not. Sorry, she's not gonna. Like,
Oh wait, no, wait. Did you?
I thought I left him at the entrance.
We got this.
Because it was like right before we were leaving.
Oh yes, that's right. You did. I'm sorry, I forgot. So yes.
So I do not want to barge in.
Yeah, no. As soon as you walk in, you're noticing this, but you feel like a thud that belies his diminutive size as Finley slams into your ankle. And I now must return after several sessions. Your rat is returned to you. Thank you, Manda.
You take 1 point of damage and pass out.
Believe what happened?
He twitches
You go on.
little whiskers like he's vexed.
Does he look fuller than we left
He
him?
actually does look quite plump,
I'm
yes.
so sorry, Finley. I tried to get back as soon as I could. Were you lonely? Hope not too much.
You look.
Take out. Oh wait, she probably doesn't have food on her right now, does she?
What's that?
She doesn't have food on her right now.
No,
I'll get you something special for this, I promise.
He looks twice the size, and you're looking at him like.
Let me get you something to eat your skin and bones.
All right, so
Little pets. Puts him on her shoulder again.
Click looks at you and says, "We might have some explaining to do as to how we procured this. We got this, you and I. We all did, but
The letter?
yeah,
Oh,
the Beggar King might be curious. A story.
fair. I also... The guard. I don't know if... Perhaps a mummer sparse is right for me. At least not
Well,
if I'm recognizable.
you might need to look more like. Well, and then I kind of pointed to. How is his makeup held up? By the way, through. Yeah.
All gone, right?
Is the wig gone? Just like.
The wig was lost in the water.
I'm glad we did not go back to the. Rich quarter.
The poorly cropped hair, jaggedly scissored, is now in all directions. The makeup is smeared in a macabre imitation of a decrepit and insane clown down his face, and the stench. Glottimus looks up. Oh, boy, the gods, Cade. Duke, I sent you into the sewers not to swim.
Sorry, there was a lot to explain.
It's a bit eventful, but
He arches a brow with
There it
a
is.
prodigious fuzzy eyebrow atop it, and he takes a fat hand, even as the other fat hand is grabbing the grapes from Jilly, and he snatches it from your hand.
I wave at Jilly.
and as I do it, I am
Winks back at you. Yeah, she does. She winks back at you.
as I am handing it, I'm bowing before him and looking back at my party to bow as well.
Yes, absolutely. Just.
Well, let's see what we have here. Oh. Oh. Oh, well done, my little rats. You are indeed quite resourceful. Tell me, how did you do it?
Quite the tale. Long or short?
Short.
Okay, well, we'll begin. We entered in. Mila,
Jilly, did you see
why don't we start the story with bad news? Mila might have been had.
Slightly. Not too badly.
The guard that we ran across stealing from the last job, Von Poppins, was at.
Not that one.
From-
Or sorry,
It's
from
Beauregard's house.
Duke's.
I
Was
never
that-
sent you to the Beauregard house.
Sorry,
This is the box. That's where we got it from.
the reason you hired us.
Yes.
And
A
the guard recognized you.
Yes, but
Potentially.
And she's gonna look over to Duke. He saved me with a
Ugh.
performance.
By the gods, I can't. Please. And he motions. You see two of the children come over, twins, two little boys about 7 years old, and they grab you. Come on, we'll get you some fresh clothing. Follow us. And they start
Thank you.
walking you off.
Thanks. And then I look to Glottimus and I say, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. He clearly, I'm doing it for myself.
So
Then
that's
what?
2 party members and future Mama's Fosses we might need to. Anyways, I must say, these 2 ladies are perfect at these types of jobs. Mila put on the waterworks with no question about it, and gave me the perfect opportunity. I got in, confused a guard, and jumped on his back with your salmon. Gave us a cloth, knocked him right out.
Salmon is also incredible.
That's my lad. Trained by my own hand.
Mila recognized that the situation wasn't going as properly as it should, and bravely took a fall down a flight of stairs,
Duke's idea.
which Dahlia then capitalized on and made perfect work of. It truly worked as well as it could have.
The woman that was supposed to be gone from the desk was still there, so we had to get her downstairs.
Okay.
I'm hoping that the god I wrestled with was a bit too fuzzy in the head to get a good look at my face, but I think,
We'll
we
get your
did
hair
it.
back to normal.
Well, it's not the cleanest job, I'll say, but
In the sewer, we
Aye.
saw something. A little girl, but she didn't. She was dead. But moving.
the bodies float along the water all the time.
She stood.
What do you know about a man called Tom Sorrow?
Why do you ask?
She said,
Every child in Altamira knows of old Tom Sorrow. Some call him the Boogeyman, but
The Boogeyman! I know that name.
the old Tom Sorrow, he's a rumor. A myth to scare children.
didn't feel like a myth or a rumor to me.
Regardless, we got scared and we were running, and it's slippery down there, and these fancy shoes, which we might need to clean.
But
Occupational hazard, as we say.
we did learn some more interesting information. Overheard some things. Catherine, she joined the Night Stalkers. No clue what that is.
I'd heard rumor of that. That
And-
could be useful.
Her brother Roderick seems like kind of a lame duck of the family.
Snippering pipe, that one. Interesting. And how did you get along with the Edgies?
We poked fun.
Good lad, that Click. I must say, I have an eye for talent. I've always had that. That's how I've built this place. And he makes a motion with his prodigious hands at the glory all around him, which is, to call it third rate would be generous.
It's a sewer.
Yes.
We're all like, oh
But-
my god, this is beautiful.
but for being in a sewer, he's made himself a pretty nice home here. As he continues to pull grapes from Jilly, let's come to you, Duke. The little boys, they take you off to a small side room.
Hey, you guys.
They beat him up.
Don't get too close to us.
I know, I think. Do you have a place where I could take a bath?
A bath?
Yes.
Right, here. They pull over a bucket and a rag. They toss it to you. And then they toss you a homespun brown cloak. And they just stand there.
Get out.
What?
Because I said.
We've all got wankers. We've seen them before.
I said get out or I'm gonna beat you up.
All right then. It's got a little one, I think. And they turn and they walk out.
Brutal 7-year-old dick.
Oh yes, these are brutal 7-year-olds. Oh, you bet they are. And they leave you alone. All right, so you sponge yourself off. Coming back to the three of you now, Glodimus looks and says, I think I might have even outdone myself this time. The talent to do what you've done. First, the second home of Von Poppin. That was well done. But honestly, I half expected you to die getting into that guardhouse.
Really?
You think that callous of me? There's, as they say, no way to make an omelet without breaking some eggs. You never know if your talent is real, the skilled type, the true Robert's men, unless you've given them a dangerous
When he says
task.
Robert's men, Click, smile, passes his ears, which are very long.
Oh, thank you, Tracy,
full
very
Cheshire.
much. And then we have a new, thank you. So
Robert's
200 bits that was given
For DM.
for TM Wangers. Thank you so much.
Congrats, Josh. I hope you're very
Yeah,
happy.
that's all it takes. All right. And he says,
That's 2 successes.
I've got something for all of you. It's time I make you official work. Proper gogs you are, of my inner circle. As you know. But it means your silence as always. Else,
Understood.
You don't want to play teeth games with me.
I don't like wearing
Think of
neckties.
that.
All right then.
You see he leans over and you see him pull out and he has small, they look like tokens, medallions. They're copper and they're stamped with a pair of open hands. They just sit on the, like open hands like this that sit on the front of the medallion.
These make you me proper men and ladies. Show 'em to no one but one of ours. If you're caught, you throw 'em, you swallow 'em, you lose 'em.
And he flicks one to each of you. He flicks two
Am I
to
done?
click.
Oh.
You're still in the bath.
Now, I suppose you have some rest in order and a proper meal.
He snaps.
But, your education should continue. I like teaching my wards properly. Today, a skill and a word. Your word today is funambulism. I am going to make you proper funabulists. For if you lack the skill to funabulize, you might wind up on the street face down in a pool of blood.
I don't want that.
And he points at the rope behind you. And he says,
I look at the kid on it and I'm like, I'm too tall for this.
as he points, he says,
Walk on the rope. Proper edge work across any rooftop. You might call it by any of its other cant names, but for those of us with the proper education, it's funambulism.
And do you call it funambulance? I got that from Matt.
Can reverse inspiration be granted? It's not.
Thank you, Pat.
Let's have you up there first, Click. You seem as though, among your peers, you stand out as the most clever upon your feet.
Click keeps smiling, and then trying to put it down and not. And
Fernando.
Would it be all right if we change back into our more comfortable clothes? Please.
yes, I might have a better balance in my.
I would
Rags.
recommend it.
You see Duke come walking out in a rough tunic and hood.
Well, he has his regular. We all have our regular clothes,
I
here, right?
butchered that, Sally.
Did you? Yeah, I'm helping everybody who's trying to figure it out in the chat.
Funambulism. I'm not writing that down on my
What'd
notes.
you
I'm not going to do that.
This looks like a disease you've written down
That
here.
might be the disease he caught.
That's why they need to call it funambulance.
Oh, that's awesome.
I am gonna write it down.
I'm also writing it down.
Fine.
He says,
You first, Click.
All right. Yes, I know how to do this. And
I assume we go change first. And then
yeah, you all come back. You're all changed.
When we give Jilly back our stuff, I look at her and I'm so sorry. And then I'm going to take, how much money do I have? I'll take, I don't know how money works. I give her 2 silver into the palm of her hand and just say, for the price of cleaning all these. Sorry.
She looks at you. You're such a dear. Just be careful with him. She gives you a hug on the shoulders and then runs.
Dahlia quakes. Yeah, it's just like, this is normal. And then goes to watch, like, Click do his thing, and it's like, this is normal. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I don't think any part of this has been fine, but yes.
No.
All right.
As
Uh-huh.
Mila is able to, she's also going to run up to Jilly and just kind of look at her wide-eyed and like hold out her hands for the sweater. Oh no, I don't.
It was so difficult to resist the urge to wash this. And she hands it back to you.
If I can wash it myself, if that's possible, I do think it
desperately does need to be cleaned.
I think so, child.
Is there? I would prefer to do it myself, though, if that's okay.
You expressed such previously. I thought you would not want me to, but please, you should.
Thank you. Just gonna hug her. Thank
She
you.
kind of looks a little bit out of, like putting the gentle hug on her shoulder. It was kind of the side hug. She gave the full show of affection. She's kind of like, she stiffens for a moment and she pats you awkwardly on the head.
And she pulls away and says, "This means everything to me. If you need anything at all, please never hesitate."
Oh, child, it's a sweater with holes in it. I have better sweaters if you need one.
No, it's the sentimental
sweater.
value. It's
Gotta be it's like a
from where
magic
I'm
sweater
from.
or something, right?
I
one
understand. Although
Mithril.
most of us down here want to forget where we've come from.
It's the one thing that was nice.
That I can understand.
Thank you. And she'll go to watch.
Click looks on jealously.
Duke, what are you doing now that you come walking out? You're
Did they
cleaned
bring
off. You-
my old clothes?
We would have them for you, I bet.
Well, no, you left the. Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
The sweater's a +3.
Sweater.
That's what we were just joking about that.
That's right.
We were just joking about
Yeah,
that.
it's a +3 a shirt of knit. So you, they hand you your bundle of clothes, but they put you in this robe just because that's what they had back there.
Was I carrying? Well, I had my. So was everything in my sack
Yeah, you have all of your stuff.
ruined from ruining?
No, you didn't carry all that with you. All
I
that
did-
was like.
Yeah, we just had,
Yeah,
like,
they
a
had
knife
you
in our
leave
pockets,
behind
and then,
everything
like,
else.
okay.
A couple other silly things.
Thank you so much,
Oh,
Danny.
good.
Another gift sub. Danny, you've been on fire today.
Pat's on fire with the puns.
We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Click, as he motions over to you. Click, do you give...
My coin?
Oh, I thought I was given 2 because I was special. So no.
Oh, that's so harsh.
So no.
No, Click doesn't. No, okay.
No, I don't. I don't.
Do we notice?
Well, yeah, I mean, you would have noticed it.
I
Yeah.
held the coin, I pointed out.
I'm up on top of a tower right now, about to walk onto some rope.
I'll say, I'll
Yeah,
tell him
we'll
after.
see.
We'll tell him after.
I would like to say Mila looks so much more
What are-
comfortable now
what
that
are
she
we
has her
doing?
things and her sweater and Finley.
We're being told to walk across this rope. Because we'll need to do
Funambulism.
funambulism.
Fanapoli what?
Watch and learn, Duke.
Fun ambulances.
Fun ambulances.
Walk
It goes
on the
like
side.
this.
Okay.
Click gets real low,
Fun balancing.
Yeah.
and he's gonna step his first foot onto the rope and try and put some pressure on it, see how loose it is.
As you step out, it's taut,
Great.
and you've seen ropes of this thickness before. You expected more give. It feels very taut, very firm. And as you put your
lightning.
first bit of weight on it, though, you kind of pinwheel your arms a bit trying to gather balance, and you feel the pressure of all of these eyes on
These
you.
dang kids.
Click's fragile little ego, especially with all of
Not
the
fragile.
boasting that has happened
It's not
here,
fragile.
is definitely on edge as you step out onto the rope, and that's where we're going to go to break. So, as we get ready for break, we have a couple fun things. We're going to play a commercial from one of our sponsors here in just a moment. But before we do, going into break, we're going to have Dahlia read her post in her own voice, in Dahlia's voice, that was posted in our Discord. These were the thoughts of Dahlia the first time going through the noble quarter disguised in the robes of the Grayton Academy of Distinction, where she was for the first time being treated as an equal. The reading begins.
Families dotting the noble quarter, mothers and fathers doting on their children, fussing over their outfits, keeping them orderly, purchasing small gifts for them. Dahlia takes in this sight as they approach the knight's barracks. Maybe it's to distract herself from the sheer discomfort of her manner of dress, but she can't help but watch these people. This has always been her way of killing time. But in the marketplace, it's always a bit rare to see the full family. Maybe just a mother and her child, but there's something odd about seeing the whole family. Something about it causes her mind to wander. She thinks about her mother, the woman who raised her, the only caretaker she's known. But her mother is different from these women. She can spot the family resemblance in this square. Her mother doesn't look like her. Her hands are too long and spindly. Plus, she doesn't have any freckles. She knows her mother isn't her real mother. The strangest thing happens with Dahlia when Dahlia asks about her folks. The answer is always different. Do you want to read this part?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I'll pull it up here. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I'm going to do
yeah.
her again. Mom voice.
I've been waiting to hear this voice again since the first episode, so I'm really excited.
Oh, guys, see that now? I'm going to completely forget the voice.
No.
All right, so hang on.
She's old. You got it. You're
An old woman, kind of spooky.
Yeah. No, I
Somewhere in
remember her. Yes.
I found you abandoned. They left you with me. They tragically passed. I rescued you.
Always vague, always different, and the conversation is always changed right after. Dahlia shakes these thoughts from her head as they walk into the building.
Time jump.
Time jump.
To sitting on the stairs.
As Dahlia sits on the stairs with Duke, playing lookout for her friends upstairs, these thoughts come back. She looks down at Duke's temporarily red hair. It's felt nice to play like siblings, even for a little bit of time. Dahlia loses herself in a quick daydream as she drifts off to the thought of walking around the square with her family in tow. What would they look like? She fleshes out the little details in the safe space of her mind. But her daydream is cut short by the sounds of a scream and something or someone falling down the stairs towards them.
Lovely.
Stab me in the heart.
Bravo. So well done. Absolutely fantastic.
Thanks.
Both the writing
Destructively
and
good.
the reading. So, today, if you just heard that for the first time, it means you are either not in our Discord, or in our Discord, you're not watching those chats in the campaign things. They are fun. They're not super active yet, but they're getting more and more active. But if you're watching today and you haven't given us a follow, or if you're a follower who's not yet given us a sub, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired and you have not resubbed, no, why?
Couldn't happen.
Or if you are not in our Discord, or if you think you're coming to the con and you've not signed up for the con yet, or if you've signed up for the con and you haven't reserved your spot at a table, we have one question for you today. What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub, get in our Discord, register for the con, Blue Box. We'll be right back after our one and only break.
Same,
A big
same question. For all of them.
I must go to the bathroom.
Yes, I
must
must as well.
I'll just say. Thanks,
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you all, the chattery. Thank you, Danny. Yes, we have missed you as well. Thank you, everybody in the chat today. We got a couple minutes before we come back here from the break. But just, again, as always, best community in all of Twitch D&D, bar none. I can't believe I'm not finding this. Where is it?
Since we are becoming adults on the 19th,
Yes.
we definitely need to get together to talk.
Yeah, for sure. We will get that time ASAP.
I am so excited. I'm so scared, but so excited.
No, it's going to be a blast.
I
It just seems like the right time to do that. It'd be a really fun thing to do on the charity stream. I didn't realize, well, I did. She told me. I just didn't connect the dots that Manda was going to be gone. That's awful.
But she can watch it. Nador.
Thank you for shouting out our sponsors, Manda.
Manda's incredible.
Yeah, no, she is. She's the best.
Literally amazing.
How long has this been here? In case of dragons break glass.
That was new. That's new. Yeah, that was when I got that for Christmas. I cannot.
Set of dice.
I cannot find that anywhere. Where? Yeah, where on earth is it?
Oh, the commercial?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought for sure I'd be able to find that quickly.
By
I really
our
wanted to
special
share.
friend who used to sit in your chair.
Yeah. I mean, can you text him and ask him if he's someplace he could resend that to
Made
me?
a commercial?
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. It's the best, and I really want.
He's a genius. He's so funny.
Oh, he
Makes
is. He's hilarious.
sense. Do you...
I don't see it anywhere.
He used to post, whenever he would stream, a little, like, photoshopped image of him doing something relating to whatever stream he was going to and put it on Snapchat.
So funny.
And I used to tab through them every single time. I would literally, like, just go to Snapchat for that.
Like he would get in
So
costume.
good.
Like he played what's the
he
law
played a
game?
lot.
Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney, yes!
And would get up in his suit and would green screen like pointing
Yeah.
with the.
Amanda, I would never do that. Why on earth would I do that? Why would I want?
Who was accusing people of being adults around here?
Yeah, and so Pat Draws implied the giggling needed to be reduced when you became adults. I disagree.
I'm so sorry.
I disagree.
Pat, if that's how you feel, it's never gonna stop with me.
We'll see. I
You don't
haven't.
know who Dahlia's gonna grow up into.
I haven't yet decided because
my
we haven't
gosh.
gotten to the point of where we're gonna stop and where we're going because we don't really know what those
the
years in between
trajectory.
look
Yeah.
like yet because we don't know where we're
Okay.
ending.
Right.
And so I don't know. Something horrible might happen to Click near the end of that, and he might stop laughing more often.
That's correct. That is correct.
Mine's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be good for me.
Yeah, everything's gonna so be fine for everyone involved here.
I'm gonna
There's
go to
be
college.
No trauma involved with anyone.
I'm gonna get
ever.
my degree.
Everyone knows that adventurers never have trauma.
Yeah, no.
That's like
that'd be weird.
common knowledge.
Yeah, that'd be weird if they were sad.
Yeah, why else would anyone leave their home and start adventuring and fighting things
or
and
why-
possibly
dangerous
risking their
work they
lives?
could.
Yeah.
Yeah, or why else would an 11-year-old child grow up on the street stealing things often?
Yeah, that's normal. Did you not do that?
Doesn't happen.
Did,
no.
did you not do that? You're the weird one, not me.
Dahlia grows up to be a banker. Yeah. Just
yeah.
about like nice suit, like little
can-
glasses.
Yeah,
know
Still
how
strong
long-
and very tall.
You took levels in an NPC class.
Yes.
Dahlia, I know how long a body has been dead for
yeah.
by the smell.
She's one of those bankers.
Yeah.
Oh, you could be our fence.
You could be our accountant.
I just.
Yep, we could do with some good money laundering,
Yeah, absolutely.
some fence work.
A full Ozark story.
Yeah.
Like, I think that'll be great.
I think Dahlia with her 11 decks is definitely gonna be a fun.
While we're waiting for Duke to get back down here, reminder: this afternoon we have the first ever Blue Box doubleheader, and we know there are some of you that are watching football today, and maybe you're multitasking with this. For anyone that is not watching this and has watched football exclusively today, you have our sympathy and our eternal resentment for missing the stream. Teasing. And then also tonight we have right after this stream, because we're using the same key, it's all going to be on our channel. What will happen is Blue Box will stop. We'll stop this stream. We'll end it. You just stay on the channel, and then the channel is going to pop right back up again within a minute or two with Fall of Red Dawn. So there's no raid because it's our channel. But what's also nice, I don't know if you knew this, in raids do not count toward numbers for partner. It's a little interesting fact. So when someone raids in, it's great because you get the followers and the growth, but it actually doesn't contribute toward the count toward getting partner. Well, the way this is happening, this is not why we're doing it. We have to do it this way because of the code. All the numbers from our audience stays with us, and we're getting very, very close. We've had many, almost every Tuesday night we're averaging well over 75. And you say, well, hey, look, I'm on most Blue Box streams. I do see them getting 80, 90, I see 100, but you have to average that 75, which means when we start, of course, we have 0, and then it goes to 10 and 20 and 30 and 40 and 50. So it takes a while to grow.
Check your Discord.
And I'll check my Discord. Okay, great. We already have it.
Chandler should have just messaged you.
I promised you all a treat, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to give the treat for those of you that waited and stayed in through the break. The amazing stylings of one of our biggest sponsors, the creators of an incredible prescription medication that is desperately needed by all people who play on Blue Box. And so please enjoy.
That shirt is my favorite.
Our sponsor.
It says, Jesus saves, all others take half damage. Yeah. And it's like the best shirt.
It's a really good shirt.
We also got another advantage from Hager, the horrible.
Hager!
That's using channel points for one, yeah.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Hager.
I made this meme last night.
That's another advantage for the DM. Oh, these spells are about to... Oh my gosh. So this is the old Rise of the Ruin Lords campaign, for those of you that haven't seen it. This one concluded after almost 3 years. The campaign concluded. I was going to reach out to Paizo. Where is it here? Paizo would start sponsoring. Is this the wrong link? Oh, here it is. There it is right here. Here we go.
Someone said anything.
Preventable.
Have you or a loved one suffered from a TPK? The truth is,
it looks like Chandler's almost wearing the same shirt. Yeah, he's not.
In their lifetime.
That's Chandler.
Fluvoxamil is a DM-approved performance-enhancing drug that makes sure your characters never have to deal with narrative consequences. Fluvoxamil has passed multiple clinical trials and is proven to extend the lifespan of your characters. If interested in Fluvoxamil, please consult your Twitch chat and beg for subs and bits in order to save your.
But he's not wrong.
Try it today. Please consult the link before taking Fluvoxamil.
It's ennui. I love ennui is my favorite.
Shouting. Fluvoxamil taken simultaneously, as this has been known to increase the side effects of Fluvoxamil.
So, and he hit me with that because I used phrases like ennui and malaise in our game, and then he put that in the Blue Box about. I love it. Thank you, Chandler. Chandler is one of the DMs you will see here at Blue Box Con this year, and it will be a lot of
evidently
fun.
a banger.
That's the one that's being streamed.
Yep.
That's correct. He's going to be streaming a game on Friday night, and then he will be conducting our first ever. So on that Saturday, I'm so excited about this because we've never done this. We have an event that the entire everyone that's here, the entire convention will be able to participate in, whether it's as a role player or as an audience member. We're going to do something very special. We'll be telling you more about it. That will be led by Chandler and I. But Chandler, his concept completely from the ground up. He's also, I think, bringing his friend John, and it is going to be a way for the entire community to spend time together, play a game together, and also cheer one another on, or perhaps even cast a comment or two of disparagement to the opposition.
We're cooking.
Yeah, we are cooking, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so
is that on the stove?
As we
something good.
We come back to it. And Duke, you.
Did you just
watch as
I was still doing things.
as Click mounts atop the wire. And Click, we're going to have you make an acrobatics check here as you step onto the wire. And, you got...
put some flavor description on it.
Yes,
Click
please.
is going, instead of feet in line with the rope, which is what you'd think you want to do, he's going feet kind of akimbo off at angles to give him better ability to move his weight back and forth, and he gets as low as he can, close to the rope.
How many pluses you got?
Got 2, but I'm not going to use any of them.
Oh, man.
Because for narrative fun, it'd be great to roll
It's
low.
fun to fail.
Yeah, so you're rolling just straight up? All right. You step out on the wire. You feel the eyes of everyone around you.
12 total.
A 12 total. You take 2 steps out, and it's actually, you realize now the challenge with this. You expect a certain amount of slide because this is so rigid.
Yeah.
It's actually more challenging for you not being used to it, and you start to really pinwheel your arms. You're about to fall off. I need you to roll again.
23.
Okay, you steady yourself.
I spin my arms back the forward direction. And
you take a couple of halting steps along the rope as the rest of your party looks on. Are you guys doing or saying anything?
I think Mila gives a little gasp as it looks like he's about to fall, and then does when he restudies himself.
Duke, what are you doing?
Hoping he falls.
you're just hoping.
He's out here praying.
All right.
Don't fall,
Dahlia's actually you can kind of see her start to get lower, and almost,
Training with me.
well, no, it's you kind of see the her rising up on her toes, as though she's almost getting ready to jump to catch him.
I'm only
if he is
4
to
feet
fall.
off the ground,
Oh,
right?
I know, but she's going to slide tackle you into the ground.
How you
Is
feeling,
definitely
Click?
watching him for what he's doing.
Click's not answering. Click is
Don't
in the zone.
fall.
Roll again. Click. You're almost halfway across.
When you say don't fall, you just hear, and here we
When
go.
you say don't fall, I also flick my coin
11?
at you.
Again, you feel it wobble. This time it's kind of one of these back and forth. You're about to lose your balance. Roll to catch.
Don't fall.
15?
Yeah, okay. You steady yourself, but you don't make any progress.
That was close, Click.
You hear Glottimus. There you go, Click. On with your lad.
Here we go. Rolling
Roll
again.
again.
That was close, Click.
14.
Okay.
You move slowly this time. You're now 2/3 of the way across the wire, and you notice Dahlia is shadowing you underneath the wire. You can now see the crate. You're half tempted to jump from here.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Please.
I mean, you said it was a very taut rope, so if
Yeah,
I
it is
can
a
get
very
my
taut
balance
rope,
down
yeah.
and just leap, in theory, I could go for
Oh,
it.
this is
Okay,
good.
all right.
In theory, you could.
No
It's a
points,
learning experience,
no points
right?
for Grayson for it, but yes.
If you're there, you're there.
I'm trying to make it a graceful leap.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
trying,
tuck and roll.
I'm trying to go into a tuck and
Oh,
roll.
I hope it's as least graceful
tuck
as
and roll
possible.
right off the crane.
Yeah, I'm trying to tuck and roll on top of the crate.
Oh, well, we'll see what you roll.
So here's where the pluses are
Yeah.
going to come in. I'm going to use
Please.
the last 2 of my pluses.
All right, use your last 2 pluses.
Yes! Natural 1, baby!
Oh, yes! In utter Click
Wasted my
style.
pluses. I dive forward head first. Give it to me.
Can I try to catch
I
you?
have also, just for your fun, I have 1 HP right now.
Okay.
Just for your fun.
Right. Yes. All right, so Click, this is already bad. I need you to roll that D20 again to see how bad this is.
Uh-oh.
A 6 on my dice.
A 6, it's that bad.
Yeah.
So that was like a confirmation
His
roll
pants
on a
fall
fumble or a crit. So, Click, as you go to leap, you overestimate the friction that this is providing for you.
Yeah.
Your foot slips out from underneath you. No, you go straight down, whack, on the center of the rope. As you turn, your buckle catches on the rope. Your pants are ripped off, land on the line. Thunk! and you land on the ground, groaning from a shot to the nether regions.
Question, is Glottimus laughing?
Oh, Glottimus is laughing uproariously as Click falls to the ground.
Can Mila run away?
Do I look up and see my pants are no longer on my body?
Oh yeah, you reach down in the source of agony and you feel bare skin.
Agony.
I cover it up.
Pants down and like put it over him.
I go to cover it up and it hurts more.
Is anything bleeding? Are you alright?
I think it's all bleeding.
I don't think anything's bleeding.
Everyone in the whole, they're all laughing at you now.
It's
There's
just
like
blood now.
uproarious
It's just
laughter
blood.
everywhere, and your pants are just sort of dangling from the wire in mockery.
Can Mila try to take him down?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a buckle. Yeah, you unhook it and you pull them down.
Lay them over his nether region.
I grab them and run away behind a box, slip them up really quick.
And then you bow.
Well, yeah,
I do. I come around, I give a quick bow. It's bad. My legs are really bowed, and I bow.
Click is never having
I'm
kids.
going to. Glottimus, thank you. I'm gonna go get some food.
All right.
And he waddles away to the food table.
As you waddle away, Glottimus tries to recover himself. It takes him several moments, and everyone else sort of enjoys this levity in the room. The thoughts of the sewers and Tom Sorrow fleed from your mind for the moment. And Glottimus looks up at the three of you. Anyone else want to give it a try?
Oh, I'm hungry.
No, come on, Duke.
Oh, no.
I think you would be good.
No, how about you, Dahlia?
You can't do worse.
Do I hear Duke shying away from the challenge?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you're right there.
What are you, a pansy, Duke?
Oh, I'm sure I could do better than you. Okay,
Prove it.
fine, I'll prove it.
Prove it. And I grab a turkey leg and I'm gnawing on it on the other side of the room, just looking at you. Come on, get up there.
All right, I have to go. I have to do better than Click.
Tom, they don't because they're 12. That's why.
What?
Why don't they know how to use a harness?
I like.
Oh, so wow. So you're gonna try it?
I'm not very
Oh, okay.
Oh man, this is a.
Okay, the unexpected.
No,
together.
No,
maybe
no,
I should.
no, 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 don't let me. No,
I give you,
don't
like,
let
a
me
good
convince you not to.
reassuring, like-
You said you would do it.
Oh crap.
So
She gives a little giggle. She's like,
Gonna catch a lot of heat from me if you don't.
as Click stands below, you Duke move and you stand in front of the wire. And even though it's only 4 feet, it somehow
At this
seems
point,
higher.
With the challenge
does.
of Duke, I'm no
Dahlia.
longer hurt anymore.
Catch
my
me if I
ego
fall.
has surged
Okay.
again.
All right.
All right.
you're not going to
And
fall.
I again kind of get that like low
right.
posture. I think
I-
Dolly was like, I can't help Click if he's
All right.
gonna jump through the
So
air.
I
but he's
become
like kind of
very centered because I really don't want to fail. So I take a deep breath in. Let a deep breath out.
Okay.
Click says, I've heard you're supposed to hold your breath across the whole line.
Take another deep breath in.
Hold it.
Shut up, Click.
Mila makes note.
Go ahead and
that
make
you're
your
supposed to
roll.
Hold your breath. I rolled an insight. She rolled a 7.
Okay.
7.
On the die, so less.
Okay. All right,
So she
Click.
makes mental note.
Or Duke.
I'm
Click,
do-
click. No, I'm saying, Click. You're watching, and you see Duke's footwork is wrong. You know,
It's gonna be funny.
All right, what was your roll?
My footwork is fine.
No, you have no skills in such things.
Oh, whatever.
He has a special set of skills.
you
I have a special set of
But,
skills.
but this is not among them. But you do have the skill of being lithe and 12. So, what's your roll?
I have a better idea.
Okay.
Nobody said this. I know what I'm gonna do.
Aw, you're so lame.
I'm gonna get down
You're
and
so
do this
lame.
across. They didn't say.
I mean,
Are you stronger than you are dexterous though?
Hey, I'm 12.
All right, so
strong?
you kind of flip over and you start doing that, and actually, quite a bit more difficult than you would expect. Anyone that's done that reverse rope climb, now as a 12-year-old, it's much easier than it is as a full-grown adult. But go ahead and make your roll. As you do it, you hear groans coming from the children around. Ah, he's one of those!
I told you he was a pansy.
13.
Plus Dex.
Oh, plus my dex.
Actually, no, this is going to be strength now.
Oh.
This would be strength.
That's what I was trying to tell
But it's also you're modifying by your weight. Yeah, so it's okay. So
13 minus.
yeah, you
Wait,
get
is 7 your base one
you
before
get
we
get
changed
across
No.
the rope because it's so taut. It's kind of digging into your hands. There's no give to it. You get about 2/3 of the way across. Your arms are shaking. Your hands are shaking. But you definitely don't have a balance issue. But even your legs, as they're wrapped around the rope. Roll again. You're almost there.
Come on, it's okay. Just jump, Duke. It's fine.
You can't jump.
I know.
Yes!
What is it?
Beautiful.
A nat 1!
Are you kidding
At
me?
2/3 the way, same distance.
Again?
He like pulls his tummy
Again?
up, pants
Except
off.
technically, I made it further because I leapt.
There is you can only ascribe this to perhaps a bit of skin grease from his butt cheek
Jenny.
as he went over.
Give me that.
Skin grease from his butt cheek.
That's nice.
Go ahead.
Gross.
Well, I mean, he's scraped like something here. So roll again, please.
He's a pimply little kid.
Yeah. Thump.
Does his belt buckle get caught on the rope?
because he's
But
underneath.
she was
There's
following me.
yeah. So, but
I imagine I just
but
go,
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't just fall though, right? You
prepared to catch
fumbled.
him up here and
So
he's under there.
she, as Dahlia reaches out, you hit her arms. She's not strong enough to support your weight. You fall off. You go face first, thunk into the ground.
Boy.
Boy, your face can't catch a break.
Bruising your face all up.
Boy.
Dahlia looks down and goes, oh.
Dang. Well.
Are you okay? Mila's gonna rush over and do the exact same thing.
Get away.
Okay. Like just rolling in his chair.
Yes.
Glottimus, as he is, not kill
my
creature. That's right.
gosh.
As Glottimus is laughing uproariously, he claps his hands. The entertainment, such entertainment!
Yes. Good one, Duke. Yes.
Can I kick him?
Sure.
I go over and I kick him.
You see Duke
can
walking
try.
over with an ill look
I'll
upon
let
his
him.
face.
He can come and try. Roll to hit.
Kick you in the nuts.
Are either
close by.
Crap.
are
9.
either of the two of you going to make this effort?
Mila will try because of a little conversation that her and Dahlia had, and that
Yeah.
she knows that she has her back, and she
Yeah.
can't do as poorly as any of these others went. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Dahlia this time
I dare
will
you to try.
actually be like a spotter. The other two times with the boys,
She didn't care that much.
It was again that very performative, like I'm gonna look like I'm gonna do this. But like with Mila, she's actually like going to like square up and like be ready.
Okay.
And like as she's going up, we'll like grab Mila's hand and be like, if you like feel yourself start falling, fall towards me.
yes, okay.
Okay, all right, you get up there, and we're gonna do a morale check here. Hey, thank you very much, Danny. Another gift sub, and congrats, Kalahira.
City.
I will say, John, Duke rolled a 9 on his dice for the kick against me. It misses.
Okay,
Comes up. I
you
turn to
whip.
the side.
Lucy and Charlie Brownham.
you see him jump away, but you are satisfied that right after he jumps away, he groans.
I groan and then I reach over and hand you a turkey leg and say, "Sit down. This is going to be entertaining too."
You pull off a chunk of meat. You see. Oh my goodness! Another gift sub on In Fuego. Vancouver by night, good friends of ours. Check out their channel if you haven't. So as you set your feet on the edge of the rope, you see Finley kind of pokes his head out. His whiskers twitch. His eyes look down. And you see, like, he kind of takes 2 steps like he's about, and then in an unspoken but clear sign of expression of confidence, he crawls back and waits patiently as you step out on the rope.
Do you want Finley to have a try? I bet he'd
Roll
be
your
really good
D20.
at it.
Mila will definitely take him out of her.
Let him have a try.
I'm so sorry.
As the translation, as Rachel sees herself falling on and crushing her rat
I would like
at the
to say,
DM's hands.
I did have this thought earlier and then completely forgot right as we started doing this. Would you like to try?
Meet her on the other side. You gotta cheer her on.
She's gonna try to kind of put him in front of the rope to see if he wants to try, at the very least.
I bet he'd be so.
Oh, you set him in front of the rope, and
I look over at
If
Duke.
you'd like to.
They're both talking to a rat.
he twitches his whiskers and runs right back up your leg.
Oh, are you sure you want to be on me? I don't know if that's a great idea.
Do you want me to hold him?
Do you want to go to Dahlia?
He can sit on my head.
She'll put Finley on her head.
Finley just crawls up your arm.
No.
Okay. Can I say that it is my goal that if I do fall off of this, I will get myself more injured than risk the chance of hurting Finley?
Do you really think I want to deal with Rachel if that thing dies? Yes.
Okay,
No,
great,
I
you're
don't.
great,
So
you're great. Okay, good.
go ahead. So you step out on the rope. Make your roll.
She closes her eyes as she's seen them all do before, remembering what Click did and his bit of advice of holding your breath. She takes a big, deep breath in and starts to try.
And she's gonna hold her breath the whole way across.
Yeah, we
she
shall see.
is.
Okay.
She's gotta try at least.
Is it
It's not-
immediately a nat one?
It's not.
What's
Oh, I
that?
thought it was 8.
An
My
8 on
eyesight
the
is
die.
going
Okay.
I
away.
don't have a plus to Dex.
Yeah, all right. So you take 2 steps out and you hard tilt to the right. You kind of twist your body back this direction, trying to stop yourself from falling. Roll again. This is going to be, actually, you're going to roll at disadvantage on this roll because that was a pretty bad fail.
I believe in you.
So you take
I'm
the
gonna
lower
roll
of
one
those
at a
2.
time, so that's
Cool.
11.
Okay, 11.
19, so 11.
That's a 17.
Because I don't. That's a 19.
So you are still, so you managed not to fall, but you're still unsteadied. You're going to have to make another check not to go down. This is not
Is it
disadvantage.
not
Nope.
disadvantage?
That's a 19.
11!
Not
check.
too ingloriously. Your foot slips as you fall off. Dahlia is right there, catches you, and sets you down.
Take a deep breath, Mila. There you go.
Good job.
She's gonna look over to Glottis.
He kind of shrugs like,
She'll give a little
Yeah,
bow
he-
anyways.
Neither success nor entertainment.
Oh.
At that weird pause, you just hear Click go.
all right. Then,
Dahlia will get up.
oh, Dahlia's
Yeah.
going to try as well. Okay, all right, Dahlia. Go ahead. You get up there.
Dahlia will try to do what she was doing. Oh, Mila. It's not gonna
Mila?
work. It's not gonna work. But she's gonna try if she
Okay.
falls to help.
All
How
right.
far across did you say this was?
So this entire way is about 20 feet.
Oh,
20,
okay. I
25
was
feet.
gonna
Yeah.
say, I was gonna see if I could jump it.
Oh, no. No, yeah.
I don't think I can jump that.
No, you can't jump this. You gonna try it?
Yeah.
All right,
might as well.
you step up there. Anything special you're doing as you stand up there?
Are there are like the braziers of flame like pretty close by? Like,
Yeah,
to the
they're,
rope where I'm
they are
standing?
as you see here. I'll pull it back up on the screen. So they're on either side, so you wouldn't fall into one. The rope is set between those two, anchored to one wooden crate, pulled taut against to another wooden crate next to a lantern against the wall to the opposite side.
Dahlia will take the a couple of the cloves that she has.
Okay.
That kind of like cause like little sparks, and as she goes to begin, we'll have like them in either hand, and just kind of like, well, if it's a show, it'll be a show, and I throw them down, and then like immediately like try to like stun.
You're gonna run.
It, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you'll face map further than we made.
So we're gonna give you. You're gonna travel at double the distance, but you're gonna roll at disadvantage.
Great.
So go ahead and roll and tell me what you got.
That would be a 4.
You start canting off to the side on the first 2 steps. You're still sort of running sideways on the rope.
Yeah.
Thunk! You land on Mila. The two of you go down. You see Finley No, I'm just kidding. Boom. Tangle of limbs, and that concludes your initial attempt at funambulism.
I get us both up, and I like bow us both.
You get the round of applause. And for sake of time, what happens now is that for the next hour or so, Jilly comes over. She demonstrates for you. She shows you proper technique and form. You see, she goes up. She walks the rope gracefully like a dancer. At times, she will pause. She will pirouette on one foot.
Click is enthralled.
Yeah,
And then she goes a second and a third time, and she says, "When you get really good at it, balance, it is to be one with the rope. You cannot fear what's beneath you. Never fear. There is no difference between a rope 4 feet from the ground or atop the tallest tower in the city of Altamira. It is all still the same width of rope. Conquering your fear is the first step. Balance is truly the second step." And with that, you see she goes hand over hand, and she goes across, and I'm going to go ahead and make a roll.
Oh, please don't fail.
Okay, yeah, she's fine. She makes it, and she comes across. She does this several times. You now all spend the next hour in this training with her, and this is going to be part of just the general growth of the Understreet Rats. You've already done, some rooftop work, window work. You've gone, and so each of you now gets a +1 bonus to acrobatics.
Wow!
That will carry forward. That's a bonus on top of whatever you're going to have when you transition
It's
to
essentially
adulthood.
an initial skill rank.
Yeah, this is an initial skill rank, not just from this 1 hour, but it's really all that you have done over these past several days. You're getting really formalized training in this sort of work, and that will be reflected in your characters as you move toward adulthood. You are fed amply. You see Click flipping a copper coin several times.
I said when Duke was making fun of him, I flicked my coin at him to catch it. And
okay.
if Click is, I'll just be like, "Hey, can I have one of those?" I gave mine to Duke, and I grab it out of your hand.
Well, okay, roll for that.
Okay.
What are these coins? Because I was gone when you guys.
That's a 2. So it's just kind of like.
I'll roll 2. We'll see how good I do it, preventing you.
You do an 11.
I flick it and then hide it in between my palms. What do you mean?
Well,
I was given 2 of these.
Yeah, we were all supposed to have one.
What are they for?
We were given them by the Beggar King for doing great. I got 2, y'all all got 1.
No, but Duke wasn't there, so you got 2.
One.
Oh,
You see the light
Second loss of the day!
You see the moment of realization when the light goes on, and he looks crestfallen.
yep. And then I go,
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm working through it. It's all right.
Amelia's gonna try to look around for is there possibly a very small dark area anywhere?
Sure, yeah.
Seeing if I'm bleeding in my pants.
I look at him and I'm like,
I don't have a poultice for that.
I don't want one.
I don't have a poultice for that.
Pull you into a little dark area and just try to do a little healing. Just
You come up to me like, whoa, 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 whoa.
"Can you heal an ego?" Do you know how to do that?
she's trying.
As you hold out your hand, Click, you actually, it's almost as if you can feel her squeezing. The pain sharply goes through.
Stop it.
Did it work?
No, not even an ounce.
Sorry. Maybe we can.
Sorry. He apologized.
It's okay. I'm gonna go get some grapes.
Here, you sit down. I'll get them for you. And
Okay.
she'll go run off and get grapes for him.
What were you doing in the small dark area?
Oh, it was trying to
private.
heal him.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's where the two of you were.
For
Okay.
my ego's
I
sake.
see. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So.
Show not everyone that she can do magic.
Yes.
Like it. Why wouldn't they?
All right. So.
She also made sure she feeds Finley a lot.
At some
A
point
good-
throughout our little meal that we're having.
Yeah, you see at this point, Finley actually, in a very atypical fashion for a rat, he has feasted here for the past several hours. He just he looks at the
sated.
food you place in front of him, and there's a little a little rat burp, and he just nuzzles next to you.
Perfect
She'll pick him
man.
up, give him a little like burp pat, a couple of them.
Put him on the shoulder. Bap, bap, bap.
Yeah.
Is Glodimus at his throne the whole time we're eating?
Oh yeah, he's just been. I mean, you have not seen him move from this in all three audiences you've had with him.
And is Jilly eating with us?
Yeah, Jilly eats with you.
Okay.
She sits at the table with you. There's a full spread placed out. You have roast duck this day, small, what look like pigeon eggs that have been boiled in some fashion. You have fat back that's been broiled to a nice sizzling.
Now I'm hungry.
You have breads. It is remarkable. But now that you've observed the inner workings of the Guild of Gentle Supplication, you are confident the Gogs are absconding with the food of royalty in some manner. What they are bringing down here has no place where it's at. But you are the beneficiaries of this sumptuous fare.
I'm going to lean across the table of Jilly at one point and say, all right, so every time we've done something new, you've taught us about it before we go. What's the deal with the rope?
Glodimus doesn't like me to get ahead. You'll have to wait for him to explain it to you.
I can't convince you to just give us a little hint. And he winks at her.
Go ahead and roll. Make your diplomacy check here.
Okay.
You're trying to persuade her.
I roll my eyes.
It's like he's begging for
John,
one.
you remember what we talked about with my traits?
Okay, so
I have +2 to diplomacy to find information out in the streets of people. I'm good at getting little bits of
Yeah, but are
information
you
out.
finding information or are you flirting?
But there's a manner in which you must do that. So tell us what's happening.
He's trying to like thief to thief, like speak on that level of street person to street person, like just give me a little hint, a little taste.
Definitely not flirting.
Definitely not.
I'll roll separately for the flirting.
That's an additional part.
Would you say that falls under this category?
I think so. I'll allow that. Yes.
Great.
You have the affable?
I am an urbanite elf. It's a in Pathfinder, you can select separate racial traits that replace. So this replaces keen senses, which an elf normally gets +2 to their perception.
Correct.
Instead, I get this, which can help me out with finding out info in cities.
Ooh, pretty good.
That is a total of 22 with that +2 and my dashing good looks.
And then do you do a flirt roll?
Would you like me to separately roll for
Roll
the
for
flirt?
flirt.
Yeah, roll your diplomacy separately.
That's a 7. Which is an 11 total.
11? That
She calls you buddy afterwards.
As you do this, you get the indignity of the endearing smile that you might receive from an aunt. And she reached out and she pats you on the head.
Oh.
Click, you're so cute.
He melts internally.
Let's just say, when you look out your window, our fair city has some tall towers, doesn't it?
I heard you mentioning that.
As you're feasting at the table, I would like the remaining 3 of you to tell me something you think, notice, or do while you're feasting at this table. And we're going to start with you, Mila.
I think Mila at one point might make her way away from the table and possibly try asking around about Tom Sorrow, sorry, to the boogeyman, to people that seem, I mean, probably kids like her age, because
Sure.
that's, yeah.
Okay, very nice. All right, so as you walk around, you take some food. You're here for a few hours as you guys do this. You do your training. You're all sore. Several times you fall off the rope. You've got bumps and bruises, and some of you greater indignities and greater injuries in nether regions. But you speak to some children, and one and all know the name of Tom Sorrow. And Tom Sorrow, you hear different descriptions of him. Sometimes he looks like a regular man, sometimes a madman, sometimes a specter 10 feet tall in a billowing cloak. While descriptions vary, the stories are always the same. People stolen in the middle of the night, sometimes adults, but more often children, and never to be seen again. For when the hand of old Tom Sorrow falls on your shoulder, you're never seen on the morrow.
Is it?
Oh, that's good.
I just came up with that.
That's pretty good.
On the spot, you're so good. Could she potentially ask? Has this always been? Is this something that has always been a?
Well, so you're talking to children,
Mostly
right?
kids. If I-
Yeah.
Yeah.
One little girl, perhaps no more than 6 winters. She looks up at you.
I think so. My Grammy, she used to tell me of Tom Sorrow and what he would do when she was a little girl. He's always been here.
Okay. Thank you very much.
He's not coming, is he?
No. You are safe. You will be okay. I was curious. I've heard, but I'm not from here, and so.
Okay.
You're okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name? I'm Emma. Why?
I'm Mila.
Oh, you're very pretty, Mila.
I think you're very pretty too. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody says I have buck teeth.
Does she?
Yeah, and yes, they're buck with a large gap.
Do you think I do?
You do, but it's not something to be afraid of.
Yes.
She heard nothing after the word "but." As soon as you said "but," she burst into tears. She's like, "I do it! I do it!"
No,
and she scurries away.
Can I try?
Oh, she's moving. Are you gonna grab her cloak, like forcibly stop her, or?
If I could put a hand on her shoulder.
And she's just she's moving. She's not stopping. She's
She'll,
like
chase after me,
waterworks, springing.
You're beautiful was what I meant. I'm missing a tooth.
You don't mean it! You don't mean it!
And she'll point to hers and hope. Look, she has a gap.
Mila,
I have a gap.
Mila, Mila.
And you
All
will
right.
be pretty.
As Mila is trying to recover this
19
situation,
charisma.
I know.
Duke, what are you thinking, seeing, doing, or noticing while you're eating?
I was supposed to be good.
We'll come back to you, Duke. Dahlia.
I think the first thing that, as they're kind of sitting and razzing each other and just being silly, where this pressure is really taken off in the safety of this space, I think Dahlia sits back with that notion of siblings and I think just takes a passing glance at all of these bozos and is and doesn't say anything, doesn't think too much more about it, but is this is good.
Nicely done.
This'll do. And then also, I want to look around and see if Salmon's anywhere.
Yeah, so as you look around, you've seen no sign of Professor Salmon. You haven't seen Randall. You haven't seen Tommen either. So you're not sure where they are, but you haven't seen them.
I think at some point I would ask Jilly if she had seen Salmon yet.
Okay. No, so yeah, as you're talking to her, she tells you no, that she hasn't seen him come back yet, but that's not surprising for him. He could have spent some additional time at the Edgewick Academy. But when you mention it, you do see she thinks for a moment. All right, what about you, Duke?
Oh, I don't like that.
Let's see. Well, the whole rope thing was a nice distraction, but so I also like the food. I'm always very hungry, so I notice any spices that I could pocket away. I love my spices to spice up the brown. And I'm enjoying the food because I miss my good food back home. So I savor the food, but then that also gets me thinking about home. So then I get sad, get quiet. So then I kind of ask Jilly if my box is safe, or when do I get my box back?
Very nice. All right. So not only does she tell you it's safe, but she also says that you all probably would be in need of some coin to meet your needs. So she has taken a handful of coins, and she gives you each 2 pieces of gold that you can use should you need to procure anything. And for all but Duke, this is an impressive sum. Dahlia,
It's a
of
nice
course,
little pittance I'll
being
put in
the
my
entrepreneur that she is, but she sees the value of it.
That's my allowance.
Yeah.
This is the most money I've seen in my whole
Immediately
life.
allowance.
Well,
The platinum
Other
was
than that.
definitely the most, but this is
the
still.
most I've held in my hands. I mean, come on.
That's yours.
I will say, I know you didn't want me to do it. Click's hand starts shaking after she says, you're going to go to the tallest towers in the city. It's happening again, so.
Okay. And with that, each of you, you're feasted, you're full, and at the end of the day, you've received this training, you have the bonus that you've received, and you all make your way back to your hideout. It's now after...
Oh, is Gladimus not going to tell us anything today?
Nope. No, in fact, he informs you you've got a couple of days to yourselves. No need to come back. He wants you to be rested and healed. And so you just come back in a couple of days, he tells you.
Yes, my liege.
That you may have the opportunity to get some much-needed rest. So you make your way back through the sewers, and you pop up, and as you come into you see the wall of your hideout, and oops, sorry.
The open door into our hideout.
Wait, where we go? As you open the door, the familiar grinding sound, and as the door opens, you step in.
As we're entering in,
It's a long boulder.
Yeah, please take your time. I walk over to the table in the center of the room.
Wait, no, you don't.
No! I knew it! I'm so scared. What happens, John? What happens?
Salmon's there.
Deke is
Hopefully.
there.
As you step in the door, you see there is a young woman sitting at the table.
No! This is bad.
And
Do you know something?
the young
Could be Alice.
the young
Sally.
woman.
Wait, Sally.
Oh, you're
No,
no,
Alice,
she's talking
the
about the
thief.
Thieves Guild
Oh,
lady.
the thief.
The young woman.
Okay, who's going in first?
Well, so typically it's been Click walking in
Click
first.
going in first.
So I have you guys kind of in order.
I am so cocky,
I
Click.
take up the back.
All right.
And so
I probably am before. I don't know if are Duke and Click next to each other. Are you guys holding hands through the alley?
It's like elementary school. You got to split them up in the line.
I think Mila's with Click.
Yeah, I think that's our usual order. Anyways,
as you step in, you see she's got pretty auburn hair that's down. She's dressed in clearly thieves' garments. She's got leathers and cloths. They're decorative, but they're all charcoal or gray, very muted colors, metals blackened. Even the blade that she holds, it's a dagger that's a good foot long, with a keen blade that catches the dim light coming in, the moonlight from the grate. And she's got an apple on the end of it. She takes a bite, and she smiles. Hello, Nubbers.
Click's hand goes to his hip.
She leans back. She rests one foot on your table.
I couldn't quite make out how you found me. Something odd about how you just appeared out of nowhere. So, we did a little scouting. Very interesting what you've been up to.
Good work. Certainly saw the sign outside.
Your crude scribblings. You little beggar boy. But I do notice you've been up to quite a bit. Oh, in fact, you've been stealing, haven't you?
What of it?
How old is she?
Now that you've got to look at her, it was always hasty that night when she was doing the initial but you can see she's a young lady, might be 17, 18, 19 years old.
Oh, a grown up.
Yeah, exactly.
In our eyes.
I was feeling tough, and now I'm not anymore.
No, she's an adult, a young adult, but she's an adult. The boots that she's wearing, you notice the leather is fine, the dagger is sharp, and her blue-green eyes kind of glitter in the moonlight.
Why don't you all take a seat? We have some talking to be doing, I think.
Is it just you in here?
Oh, no.
Can I make an insight check?
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
As she nods, you see the barrel, of course, that you have had in there for quite some time. And appearing out from behind the barrel You see what must be the young man that you saw that same night.
Whose
Same
name we
age?
never caught, yeah.
What's that?
Same age?
Yeah, around the same age. You never caught his name, but you were told those names were likely aliases anyway.
Yeah.
But Click, as he steps out, what catches your eye first? He stands a good 6 feet tall. He has sharp ears that point out from beneath a black bandana that he has pulled back around his mouth and nose.
Click holds a smile down.
And he takes a pair of blades and he twirls them both in his hands.
I look at him.
How's the bruising healing?
And I sit down. I'll like go up to the table.
You can't see it, but you can tell by the crinkling of his eyes that he smiles, and there's just a low, mocking laughter that comes from behind.
Click pulls his bandana up to match and will not go to the center room. He will stay in a corner where we're at and blade on hip.
Are we just talking?
Oh, that depends. So, you seem like you have trouble being obedient, you children. I would hate to have to spank you. So, here's how it's going to be. We saw you. We followed you. By the way, who was that man in the dark robe that was following you? What's he got to do with all of this?
We don't recognize that,
I don't
right?
say anything. I just go,
Yeah,
No,
Click
none
stays
of you.
silent too.
Stay silent.
Interesting.
Mila does look a little confused at first and then realizes and tries to like poker face it.
I just kind of wryly smile.
She shoots a knowing glance over at her companion.
That one even gave us a bit of wariness. But it was very interesting watching your performance at Von Poppin's second manor. Oh, bravo with the dog. Giving your own arm up for the art was quite brave. But it does seem we have the problematic manner of 2 children up at a window, using a breadwinner, prizing open said window, and emerging with something from Von Poppin's home. That, my friends, is
It's an interesting story.
squarely thieves' work, not beggars' work. And my eyes are keen. Don't play games with me, girl.
And you see the other one, he takes those blades and he starts to...
Do we understand one another, she says.
What is this, a proposition? Speak plainly.
The one with the mask finally for the first time speaks.
It can go hard or it can go very easy for you. You. I've heard them call you Click. Ha! You would be a clicker. But you want to be a thief, don't you, boy?
The woman speaks up again.
Here's the deal. You have 2 choices. Think of them like roads. The road to your left is the road that I beckon you toward. Down this road are the 4 of you. Inside the palace of the Beggar King, taking careful note, scouting every guard location, every passageway in and out, and writing everything down. You are going to bring this information back to me 1 night hence. Then we will handle the business thieves' way. We have not yet had cause to tell Lord Darius the Deposed.
You recognize this as the name of the head of the
leader.
Thieves Guild.
How do you spell it?
Well, I mean, she's not spelling it for you, so you gotta guess.
Having my notes now.
Funambulance.
Hopefully you do better than you did with Funambulance.
Probably not.
Yeah, she looks up at you and she says,
You do this, and we will take that information to Lord Darius. We will be rewarded. And here's the good part.
She looks over at her companion.
You get rewarded too. Would you rather be beggars or thieves, proper like?
Click the whole time back of the group is eyeing them to see what kind of reactions they might be having to this information.
I would thought that Mila was behind Click, honestly.
Well,
'Cause I don't think she went to sit down either.
Okay,
I think she's too
all right.
scared.
Well, but Click is, you see his head start to turn looking at Duke and Dahlia.
And what's funny is that Mila looks directly at you.
Of course you do. But I can't see what you're doing, you're behind me.
And what's the other road? Just curious.
The other road? Yes. If you go down the other road, it goes just a short way, and it ends in an alley. But when you look down that alley, you see 4 small bodies.
We get it.
I'm not sure you do.
Oh, no, go
And they
go
have
ahead.
lovely neckwear. Except when you look closer, it's not neckwear. It's their tongue that's been pulled through their neck after it was slit, giving them a proper red tie. That's down that road.
So really, there's just
Which
one
road?
Ties.
Oh no, there are definitely 2.
Okay.
Can we
Or
talk
there's a
about
third.
Also,
it? Can we
Can you what?
talk about it amongst ourselves?
As you say this, the man with the he's walked around and he's now standing by the exit. So they kind of have cordoned off both directions.
are the rocks on the floor?
Yeah, there are pebbles all over the floor.
Great. You didn't check for traps before you came in, huh? Sorry. Well, could we have a moment to talk?
He kind of looks down at the floor. They look around. They nod.
Thank you.
They let you move off to a corner. And the 4 of you
kinda
are
don't like-
circled
I don't like
around
being
in a
mean to
corner.
older kids.
You can hear the sound.
Oh, you moved him.
What's that?
You moved
Oh yeah,
him,
yeah.
not-
yeah. It's like the
Because he's
the
like,
linebacker that goes in the huddle, you know, and follows behind.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a kid too.
Yeah, they give you a corner. You can smell the mustiness of your little hideout. And you can see the dampness seeping through the stones. Off in the distance, you can hear just faintly the laughter of those scooping brown at the Bobet Common House. But the 4 of you huddle closely together, and you know you'll have to whisper quietly not to be heard.
Click's hand does not go off of his blade at the side.
I don't like them.
Those weren't good options.
I don't like the necktie thing.
I mean, we don't really have a choice, do we?
What kind of stuck? If we play our
Is it-
cards right. we
Isn't
can-
what they're doing? Well, we'd be like betraying the Beggar King. We can't
I would
do
rather
that.
have a lengthier conversation without them present. Why don't we just agree to their terms and have them leave?
I have one term that I want to add.
Okay.
Of limitation, if that's okay.
What is it?
Marcus. They keep
We
robbing
might
him.
also need more days. We haven't been invited back.
They likely won't do that. Keep your blades at the ready. If they move quicker.
Couldn't hurt to ask.
Mila will turn, if she is allowed to,
Yeah, no, I mean, please.
and turn to the woman who's been doing the majority of the talking. If we are to choose the first option you gave us, Marcus, the man who lives in the store above us, when the night that we met, you were trying to rob him. Could you stop robbing him?
Yeah, you hear tinkling laughter.
He's a good man.
You really are very soft-hearted. Are you sure you're cut out for this city?
Seems like we've been doing a good enough job to keep your notice.
Touché.
I smile when she does that.
She said,
This pauper,
she motions up to the pens for pages.
this is training ground for us. He makes no matter. Fine. we will not touch his shop.
Ever?
I can make no such promises. As long as you properly serve the guild.
We agree to your terms.
Do you for certain? I want to make sure we understand that other road is not one you want to travel.
I've seen plenty of people travel down it.
One more time. Try.
Well then.
Can you give us an extra day?
We weren't invited back.
Oh, no. You must find a suitable excuse. You're resourceful, you've proven that. I'm sure you can find an excuse. Where were you yesterday?
It's a good question.
We looked all around the low quarter for you.
Well,
Guess we're better than you thought.
No matter. But I would, if I were you, be wary. There's another that's been following you.
And with that, she turns.
what was your name before we go? Or what should we be calling you if we're going to be in business?
You shall call me Mistress. I like the sound of that.
So, Mistress and Hatchet Face, then.
You hear a laughter come from behind the bandana pulled over, and with that, they push the door open, and
We'll be following you. We'll be watching you. And thank you so much for the word on Marcus. Because not only will we find you, if you're not back here with my information tomorrow night, Marcus will have a nice tie as well.
and with that, they vanish into the darkness, leaving you alone.
Mila starts panicking. She immediately starts.
I hold hands up and I wait a suitable amount of time for them to have walked.
I'm too young to
distance away.
die.
I shouldn't have mentioned
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Please. Click walks over to the table and starts marking more things in our heat bar that he's had down. Which he was going in to point at, and now we have more heat on our tail. You're fine. It was a good ask. We were in a tough position.
He's a grown-up too. We can keep him safe.
They pinched us and they had us good.
I hold out my gold and I'm like, this can get somebody safe quick.
And we have information. He can leave. Temporarily.
Have to.
Of course.
Almost sensing your mood, you feel Finley kind of nuzzling closer to you, trying to offer you whatever comfort he can. This bond that you have with this rodent, you've seen from the beginning that there was something, but it seems to be growing stronger. There is definitely, despite all sort of indication to logical contrariness, there's a sort of a sentient connection forming with this thing.
And that brings her a great deal of comfort. And as she feels that, she puts a hand on him and nods and says, "We'll be okay. We'll be alright."
Duke, any apprehension or distaste for this life that you've had up until this point needs to leave now. You're in it. We're all in it.
I'm too young to die.
Well, aren't we all?
I don't like
We're not
this life.
gonna die.
He's younger than you.
Did you see them? And did you see us?
We've gotten out of.
We're not heroes, we're children.
No, but we have the upper hand of home turf.
Well then, why don't we take them through these things to that little girl coming out of the sewers?
That's a good idea, dude.
To make sure there's no one listening. To make sure they haven't.
Oh, up at the grate? Okay, yeah.
Well, but they went through the sewer door.
They
right?
went
didn't
through
go
the
up
sewer
grate.
door, but are you checking the sewer? I mean, you know that's
I
closed.
closed
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
closed.
Hard to hear
But you
through
haven't
rock.
checked the grate.
I'll check the grate just to make
Okay.
sure clear it.
All right. You walk up the steps.
Marcus is just over there like, what are you
No,
guys doing?
as you check the grate, the strangest thing, you hear, and you see like a crow or a raven lofts off of one of the bars into the night. And you think, how odd for a crow to be on the ground. But as you walk up the stairs, it lofts up into the air.
That's not good. Oh, that's
Mila
really bad.
wouldn't think anything of it, would she? Just like, oh, it's a
I don't know.
bird.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You know about
Relationship
animals.
with birds.
But
so-
you know about animals, right?
Oh, yes.
And it's nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Is that a?
That's not normal.
I mean, for it to be,
Could I roll?
yeah, go ahead and
To see if
roll.
I notice
Sure.
anything
Yeah,
abnormal
I think that would be good.
Oh God, that's bad.
I mean, it could be worse. Could have hurt
Well,
more of the conversation.
Wait, is that 12? That's a 12.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it seems a little bit odd.
my
That's all.
mom,
It's
and
a little
she's
bit
gonna be
odd.
mad at me.
You know, I mean, nothing alarming, but
And can I see if
there's nothing else out there when you look up.
what's his name? Oh, I have.
Oh,
Agam.
Agam?
Yes.
No, Agam's not. You've never seen him out here at night.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's night. That makes sense.
All right. We have two options. She gave us two. Screw the second. Either we do what she says and decide here and now we rat out Glottimus and join the Thieves Guild. Or
He has my box.
we have options. We go in and we get it out. We get as much information as we can. We leave,
We can go to my house.
which is an option.
I think
I guess that's a third. But Glottimus is helping us stop what's going on in the city.
the Beggar King has been nothing but kind to us.
Well,
Well, I mean,
he stole your box.
Kind of think that we were gonna die potentially and sent us to that, but we did it.
And he threatened to kill us
We are
from the
being-
moment that we met them.
We are nothing but rats under their feet, and we need to play like them. Dirty.
I think Glottimus would like to know that the Thieves Guild is making moves for him.
He shouldn't know.
I'm not very good at these games.
After we succeed, we tell him. Now we play. I guess we're not overtaking Glottimus. We're surprising these two thieves. The problem is
I don't.
who else did they tell?
I don't think it's just the two of them. I think
We set up traps.
They didn't tell.
We prepare. We have a day.
If they had told somebody, they would be after us.
Could we
Kill us.
lure
We stole.
the
Now you
Sally girl in here?
hear about Alice?
The idea.
Alice.
No, the undead girl in the sewers.
Oh,
That was
Sally.
who we were talking about.
Oh.
We found her.
Okay, yeah. Alice was the pseudonym that the thief that you were
Yeah.
just talking
Oh,
to
yeah,
went
Sally
under.
is- yeah,
Sally
yeah.
was a little girl in the sewers. Yes, I didn't know which one you were referring. So, now again, you don't know whether this is true or not. But what they told you, what they described was their plan was to go to the leadership, to Lord Darius, the deposed, with the plans in hand.
Yeah.
Not that they had gone to them first and now we're asking you. Now, whether that's true or not, you don't know.
So it is perhaps true that they haven't told anyone and are waiting for more information to gain the favor of their leader. We might have an upper hand on them in that way.
But what are we gonna kill him?
We can't kill him. We're kids.
That didn't stop Dahlia.
Click.
You have apprehension now? That was Deke. You left bleeding on the street. And you're worried now about people who
Deke
actually
is
threatened
also
your
a
life?
kid. Click. Deke is also a kid. Stop
mean for him
having
that
so much confidence that you're just gonna go into a room full of adults and thieves and
We're
think
not
you're
going
better
into
than
a
them.
room of anything. They're coming to us looking for information. They're coming to our home turf.
It's not abnormal if they're wanting us to get information about the guards to have to go to the hideout.
Well, we'll have to go to the hideout
Well,
to gain further
let's give
information.
him the directions to the undead girl.
We don't know what Glottimus would do and react if he heard that we had been had further than we already have.
Send him to undead
He could throw us
girl.
out of ever working with us again. He could kill us on the spot.
I mean, our other option is leaving?
No, fighting.
No.
Why are you all being
Horrible.
such cowards?
Because I am.
I'm coming to learn that.
I'm a kid.
A kid in a world bigger than you understand.
And you think you're bigger than the world you're in.
No, I know I'm not.
I think I'm just confused. Why would we not tell Glottimus this is happening? It looks like he's waiting. Maybe this is my perception of it. I don't know. Maybe he's
I think we
waiting
go to
make moves on the
Glottimus.
thief.
We go to Glottimus. He won't let us get our neckties on.
They don't.
Allow me to put a little bit of this in perspective.
Oh, please do. Share. Click.
No, I really-
Please
I-
save us, Savior.
Are you going to let me speak, Duke?
No, I don't really want you to speak, but go ahead.
The Beggars Guild beg. The Thieves Guild. Steal.
Duh.
Crossing those lines is dangerous territory, and Glottimus has started that.
Yes.
Okay.
That puts us right in the middle of the trouble.
Yes, we are right in the middle of the trouble.
Which means it would be easier for Glottimus to just kill us and be rid of it than to take on more trouble. Glottimus is potentially opening up his neck to the entire Thieves Guild. Or just killing some kids.
Okay, let's lead him to Alice, Sally.
We have ideas for defending this location and taking them out, which I like. If anyone has other ideas, you mentioned going to see your mother. I'm not one for running away from this city. We have started something in motion.
We don't even know who her mother is.
I'm not giving up on Altamira. Glottimus has our side, and he has the people of Altamira's back, at least for his own benefit, right now. I can't speak for the Thieves Guild. Oh, but I want to be a thief so bad.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah, you all.
Okay, but he looked so cool. I'm sorry. Sorry. That was totally inappropriate.
He had knives.
But he had decent.
I don't want to be a beggar or a thief. I want my home back.
Yes. Why are you now afraid of killing?
I didn't mean to hurt him that bad.
Well, maybe
She's not a killer. She just is a defender. Click. There's a difference between a killer and a defender.
It's too much.
If we're doing anything now, we are defending.
I don't want to be a thief or a beggar. They're both bad.
Listen, I get it. You're all a bit.
I want my bed.
You're all a bit emotional. All the time, it seems.
My.
Sometimes life hits you in the face.
Sometimes life hits you in the nuts too.
I don't even know what that means.
Another Blue Box T-shirt on the way.
It seems like you're agreeing with me, Duke. Your family died for this, and you're willing to give it up?
But his family died
Give
for
up
what we're helping Glottimus with.
Exactly.
We leave him in the middle.
I still think we should tell Glottimus.
You risk our lives doing that.
Yes, but at least Glottimus has taught us skills.
This has been his goal. His goal is to eventually take down the Thieves Guild. If they're starting to make a move...
I don't think Glottimus can take down the Thieves Guild. He wants to get a little bit more under his pocket.
But he
That's
could
what
send
he
us
said,
with,
right? He didn't
with
like the
arms, with
Thieves Guild.
power to deal with these two people, if we have to.
Is that what he said, John? He said he didn't like the Thieves Guild. He wanted to take it over, right?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Glottimus.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely
Oh,
wants
yeah.
to
They're
return.
mortal enemies. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, the Thieves Guild has an iron grip.
I will tell you right now, Click is not thinking about that fact.
If we tell him,
She mentions
and we
it.
tell him that we can handle it, maybe he'll send us with resources.
Maybe Salmon could help.
Or perhaps he sends us with the just the perfect amount of wrong information.
What information would give us
But
that's wrong?
why would he? We've proven that we are valuable members to him.
What they want to do is
She's gonna take out the badge.
I understand. Listen. Glottimus, if we tell him this information, would also find himself in a situation between a rock and a hard place. Why give up true information at all? Tell these thieves that there's some other location in the sewers where...
To the dead girl!
Or a number of us beggars, salmon, gathers, us, can be waiting for them to show up with Darius in hand, cut the head off the snake. That's a big ask.
I think we should sleep. I think it's been a very long day.
You want to waste time?
I think that we are feeling a lot of things right now, and it has been a very long day for all of us. So yes.
As the nightlife of Altamira begins to emerge, things much more dangerous than rats and cockroaches crawl from shadows behind buildings and in alleyways. As the wealthy bandy about the noble quarter to their parties, to their balls, to their galas, dressed in their finery, the dark things of the low city move about with sharp teeth and sharp knives. As the 4 under-street rats sit huddled around their now compromised hideout and contemplate the fate before them, do they bite the hand that is fed? Or do they seek the pleasure of the king of the beggars? Does Glottimus' head roll at the hand of the Understreet Rats? Does Click get his final entry, the chance he has sought his entire life, to be a true and proper thief? Or does some newfound sense of loyalty grow among the Understreet Rats for the only one that has actually fed them, trained them, and taught them? And what happens to Randall, or to Jilly, or to others in such an event? This
Salmon?
is the true question the rats must face, and the children who have had no easy go of it here in the low quarter of Altamira pillow troubled heads this night. And with that, we end session 9 of the Tears of Aihrde. Bravo! Bravo! You guys are awesome. Would you grab the toque for me over there?
So, things are getting so good.
I didn't want to interrupt that because the role play was so good, but no, we're not giving away Manda tonight. The reason it is exclamation point Manda is because Manda made these awesome hats. These toques. No, it didn't break. It has a removable magnetic puffy thing on top of it.
Pom-pom.
And so this little pom-pom, or whatever you call it, it's clips and sticks on with a magnet, if I can get it right. And so these are the only place in the world you can get these custom blue box. See the logo there? Wait,
Rachel can speak to their comfort.
I was about to say, if you would let me, they are incredibly comfortable. And the fact that you can detach the little pom-pom is so nice.
Customization.
It's customization. And then you can wear it with the blue box in front, and you have a little wrap.
Yeah, you got the little wrap. So it's a little hard to see here because it's like a hologram. It glitters and glows with blue box across it. And these are custom made by Manda. She is not just a mod extraordinaire. I mean, honestly, she is God's gift to mods.
She is a jack of all trades and a master of all
trades. Yes.
I don't know how.
Like, you check out other channels and you like nobody mods like Manda mods. Now, what's really impressive is that she mods.
All my homies love me.
She mods my stuff all week long. Make sure I'm on top of things, reminds me of things that I forget, bugs me when I mess things up. She calls it yelling at me, but to me, it is the sweet song of a mod who keeps the DM on track. And so we're going to give this away today, this blue box too. So you type exclamation point Manda in the chat. And yes, she is awesome. It's a really good there is awesomeness all over this place. Thank you to all of our artists. Thank you to those who do the cool fan art. We showed Pat Draw's fan art from the one shot earlier in this one. But as you're typing that in, we will do our stream MVP.
Oh gosh.
And we're tallying up all the stream MVP wins. And then in just a moment, we're going to close. And Fall of Red Dawn will kick off on this same channel. Double header today with Blue Box. And let's start off today. Tell us.
Cade got one yesterday.
Tell us why Dahlia should be stream MVP today.
We got some good stuff from Dahlia this episode.
We really did.
A lot of sass, a lot of anger that's sitting around. Some good quips here and there. I don't even remember what all I did this episode. Good catches. Good pyrotechnics.
Oh, that was glorious. Yes,
None of these clowns got pyrotechnics. I'd like to see them try. We got a hug from Jilly. Pretty big deal. Other people had
Shut up. Yeah, you got
other people just got called cute and got a pat on the head. I got a side hug. It was given to me. Pretty good stuff.
And your fan art your art reading, your chat, in-character chat.
Got some interior thought. All kinds of good stuff.
Yes. And I think what I've noticed with you, Cameron, is that when I have those interlude moments where I ask you as a player to say something that you notice, you most consistently are tying this to the deeper thoughts, the backstory that she has in a way that is graceful and elegant. So you tonight will be rolling for Sergeant Tobeck. Sergeant Tobeck, I think you might know that person. So you'll be rolled for by Mila, and yes, it is only January, still ample time to enjoy this toque. Or toque, or however you pronounce it. Is it toque or toque? Toque.
Charge him on the 20.
All right. Why should Click be stream MVP?
Click should be stream MVP for getting us successfully home without getting lost literally at all.
Oh, come on.
Not even once.
I do get you give him credit though, because he remembered how to do this properly. He rolled the one last time. I told him that he was confident that he had the right path, even though he didn't. And Thomas the player played that perfectly.
And Thomas the player is even right now in character. here, I didn't get lost. We were just almost there, and they limped out as a dead body. So, oh well.
It was the girl from the ring, so we had to run.
There was that. There was conversations with the Beggar King, with Jilly, getting some information out of her about what our next job might look like, and that beautiful Nat 1 on the balance beam with just some awesome reactions.
I will say, so far, Click has the most timely
Nat
fumbles.
ones. Yep.
The most timely ones. It was the lock pick in your eye. It was the crowbar to your head.
It's when his confidence is highest.
No, it's like
it's instantly failing.
When you say the dice tell the story, the dice have told Click's story.
They really do, and I love it, and it's so fun playing, because rogues. I don't know if you guys know much about Pathfinder. If you're 5e players, rogues are absolute skill monkeys, and so once I get to be level 1 rogue, it's just gonna be skills everywhere. I'm gonna be so talented at everything, but right now it's just like I think I'm good at everything, and am not.
Probably am.
All right.
I bet I could be.
And then having some really intense. I mean, you could see some fear welling up and Click, some fear that's maybe been building over these past couple of days, finally coming to a head. And when in that moment of seeing Alice and the bad guy again, his hand is steel solid on his dagger, ready to go to defend his peeps, his rats, and that beautiful line, everyone around us treats us like rats under their feet. We need to play like rats.
Yeah, dirty. I love that. Dirty, dirty, dirty. And
keep the themes.
Yes, and there were a couple t-shirt moments in this stream. All right, so you will be rolling for 2000 Caesar! Hey. Let's go. Are you still in the chat, Chris? Let us know you're still in the chat. And now we go to Mila. Why should you be stream MVP?
Mila took a bit of a tumble, and came out better for it. You know, she
we all do.
Was,
except Duke, who came out covered in stuff.
Terrified for the most part this entire session, except for the small points in which there's a person involved, and then she's sympathetic and empathetic and worried, and then it's a terrible idea because it's a child that's crawling out and definitely not alive. That's saying, "Come play with me. Won't you play with me? No one will play with me."
Won't you play with me? No one wants to play with me since
Mila being sympathetic to that call too. It's like, oh, well, I didn't have anyone to play with. Let me play with you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like there was a moment there where you were kind of emotionally torn with that,
it literally was only because of them that she left there. She probably would have died there if it were not for them. I am not joking with
Smells
you.
like death. Runs away.
All right. What else?
She might have accidentally gotten Marcus killed if things go badly here.
There is that. Yes.
It came out of a good place to try and make sure that he wasn't stolen from anymore, and now she's thrown him under the bus, and it's bad.
You're all right. Well done. So you're going to be rolling for Tom, Captain Mymore. But Tom, you've been up like almost every stream lately. I don't know what's going on with you. You have a love affair with my Nightbot. It keeps choosing you. Let us know you're still in the chat.
Saucy.
And let's go to you. Why should Duke be stream MVP?
Well, Duke should be stream MVP because Duke has a special set of skills.
Yeah, sure does.
It's not as catchy as Cade's, but
I know.
it works. We'll figure it out. We'll workshop it.
You know,
we're still kids. We don't know
panics
anything
under pressure. How about that?
Consistently.
We know.
If there's one thing Duke can do well, it is panic under pressure. And panic is what I did in the sewers because I knew Click isn't. You know, he doesn't know as much as he thinks he does.
Lies.
No.
Lies.
Truth. I speak truth. So Duke is getting very frustrated at Click, and then, as running away from the living dead or walking dead.
Still time. Type exclamation point Manda.
Slips, and Duke is then cast into the filth and comes out
into the dookie
and comes out not smelling like roses.
Smelling like a little bit of lavender, maybe?
Not a good situation.
Calm down.
Panic. Screams really loud. Then they go into Gladimus. And I get a bath, thank goodness.
Finally.
First kid to get a bath this game.
That's true, yes.
Wanted my bath.
You still got all the
And
grease in your hair.
Click, I was instigating Click across the rope. I made him fall. And then,
Oh, wait, did you tell me to jump?
no,
Who
but
told me to jump? Did you?
Oh, well, I said do it.
Yeah, I think you told me I could.
I just told you, like, you know, like you were within.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right.
So-
We both egged each other on, I think.
Yeah. So then, feeling the pressure, I then had to prove myself, but I did this and then rolled a 1. Great.
So poetic.
Scratched my face
So
again.
poetic.
My face is not gonna come out looking very well after this. Then just sitting and eating, and then when I have moments to sit, then I get sad. And now we're back in our little hole under the streets, and I just really don't want to be here anymore.
Love it.
We can go to my mom's house and all our problems go
You
away.
will be rolling for Toriano! Okay, all right, so let's see who gets the toque. You guys go ahead and roll. The stream MVP has already kicked off. Upper right-hand corner of your screen. Let me get through a couple of quick announcements. Don't go anywhere. In a moment, when we kill this stream, it will be off within 60 to 90 seconds. It will come back on with Fall of Red Dawn. All you have to do is leave the channel up on your phone or on your PC. If for some reason that doesn't work, just come back to the channel. You don't want to miss Fall of Red Dawn. Rory, it started off slow. It was an unknown player group. Rory's first DMing, some technical issues getting his potato of a computer to work properly with Tailspire. But Rory has gone yard with that stream. He has done such a great job. He puts in hours of work and planning. His players are so enthusiastic. They have great chat, super active in the Discord. Fall of Red Dawn is another fantastic story that has been kicking off here at Blue Box.
And that one
you're
takes
gonna want
place
to enjoy
in
it.
Greyhawk.
That's in Greyhawk. And in fact, just coincidentally, their campaign is in the approximately the same geographic area as my Tuesday night Greyhawk Awakening. They're just west of the Raker Mountains in Ogburg and Duvik's Pass, and it's a fantastic story that he's telling. Yes.
Did Toriano change his name? Wasn't he used to be Biggie Papa?
No, he's Biggie Paw, and then BPG Gaming he changed it to because he has his own Twitch channel where he streams also on Tuesday nights.
See, he used to be Biggie Paw.
Yeah, that's Biggie Paw. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's
well,
Biggie,
yeah, that's why I said
uh-huh.
did he change his name? Okay, because I was looking for Biggie.
So, all right, so this week we'll do that. Then Tuesday night, Greyhawk Awakening, back at 5 o'clock, special episode. They finally are at Shadewall, where they have sought this artifact for the entire second book, and things are really beginning to heat up for our characters and our party. We'll have John Demongund Fuller will be with us driving Tailspire that night. You'll have the whole crew back, Rizia. We'll see Rowan, who perished. If you missed that, Rowan died. Had her arm severed, bled out at the hands of the Sentinel, which ironically was a piece of artwork that her player character had actually created. Didn't plan it that way. Again, the dice told the story. But we'll have the full crew back. And then Wednesday night, Courtney from Figuratively Speaking Minis. Oh, by the way, tonight, in the Fall of Red Dawn stream following this, special guest player, Art of Mike Disney will be on. He'll be playing on Rory's stream. You're not going to want to miss that. All right, stream MVP is almost over. Let's go ahead and let's roll around quickly. Let's start with you.
Sergeant Trebek. 7.
7. All right, and you're rolling for Tobek, right?
Yeah.
All right.
2000 Caesar. 7.
Oh, we got 2 7s. Lucky
Let's
sevens
see,
all
7s
around.
across the board.
You have
Tom,
BP.
Myamorph. You have Myamorph.
My
Tom.
morph.
Vote for Duke.
6?
He's a sub, so roll twice.
I'm gonna roll here because that's what I'm.
8.
An 8.
That beats 7.
All right, we have an 8. All right.
Dang, we're out
And
of
now
it.
for Biggie Paw. Let's see what Biggie Paw's
Couldn't roll a
got.
7.
9.
Are you kidding me? 7, 8, 9.
Nice
That is the
roll.
lowest roll that has ever won.
Thank you.
Congratulations, I guess,
I know,
Toriano.
I guess.
And
We
the
just
stream
discovered
MVP.
why 6 was afraid of 7.
Wow, with a strong Duke, you are the stream MVP tonight.
All you gotta do to be stream MVP is dump yourself in a bunch of stuff.
Apparently, hitting yourself
That's
in the
the
nuts
dookie.
doesn't do it.
No.
Bravo.
You gotta
All
do
right.
both.
So before we sign off, I want to say thank you again to all of the Mad Chatters, all of your support today. I don't have a Mad Chatter MVP each week because all of you are amazing, but I do want to say again, it was so great to see Danny active and back in the chat. She's a friend of our community. She is she's an incredible person, and she also is I don't know if you call it a falconer or a she's a magician when it comes to birds of prey. She's brought the cutest little birds here, maybe we'll get to see her doing some of that again in the near future. But Danny, thank you for all the support today in the chattery. Thank you all the Mad Chatters, all the gift subs, all the fantasticness in the chat. Let me let each of you, any of you want to say anything to our chatters before we sign off?
We love you guys.
As always, I love you so much. Thank you
And
for
hey,
being here.
if you're not signed up for Blue Box Con yet, what are you doing? You better hurry up. It's going to be so much fun. We would love to meet you. We'd love to hang out. Love to play games with you.
It will be.
Finley! That's the reason.
And the other rats.
Yes, you will meet Finley and the rest of the rats. So as we segue off now to Fall of the Red Dawn, I will see you back live at 5 o'clock on Tuesday for Greyhawk Awakening.
So hungry.
And it's weird for me not to be rating. Again, we're going to end Hang on the Channel, and then we will come back with Fall of Red Dawn. On behalf of my whole crew here at Blue Box, we want to say thank you to all of you Mad Chatters. We want to wish you a happy Sunday. You don't want to watch football. You want to watch Blue Box. And we enjoy and appreciate all of you. And with that said, Blue Box is signing off. If you can't tell, I'm talking just long enough to get the bells.
Nice.
Nice. Way to go.
Be right back.